Hope you're ready to begin. All right, you ready?
This will be a good fight.
You wanted something more practical, right? Well, practicality comes in many forms. But if you want to start off on the right foot in this city, hit the streets.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sets Tonight here, the Tuesday exclusive show here on twitch.tv/CatConfiders. We get two players from around the globe. We put them in the ring for a first to 10 and discuss things all Street Fighter within moderation, of course. Don't want to get in trouble with the people upstairs. But yes, we continue with that Street Fighter 6 demo action because there's only 10 days left. Yes, I said it, 10 days left in counting until release of the official game. But yes, I'm going to be your host once again tonight for the show, Jammers. And alongside me are these beta boys. They were playing the open beta over the weekend. I hope you were as well. But let's bring in the co-hosts. Let's bring in Pain and Panic. I mean, Veggie and Ovaha. They're here with us tonight. There you
beta
are.
boys.
There it is. We have
You
Veggie
actually
and Ovaha.
remembered.
What did I remember? I don't remember many things.
Pain
but
and Panic.
Pain and Panic. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's a classic.
You remembered that we took that mantle.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Wait,
now
what, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. You remembered. I'm just happy.
We haven't
I
done
feel
that in a while, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like that was.
I agree.
Really,
Okay.
that was expression of love for your co-hosts.
Okay.
Remember that.
If
Thank
that's
you.
an expression
Thank
of
you for
love,
that.
do you mind expressing how you feel tonight? Are you happy to be here?
I'm always very happy to be here, Jammers, and excited to see more Street Fighter 6. The open beta was over the weekend, and it's like I just can't get enough. And I felt, you know, when you're done with an event, and then you get this feeling of like, oh, I wish I was at the event playing or something like that.
Hashtag take me back.
Yeah, so I'm getting that feeling. It's like, what are you supposed to do? You're just like waiting. It's like 10 days. It's never been this close, but it's never felt so far away because I'm so excited for when it's coming. But suddenly it's gonna be here, and I just can't wait to play. I mean, I've been looking for, what has it been, a year now?
Over a year.
And suddenly here, I just can't wait. I'm really, really, really excited for it.
Good. Alvar, what about you? I bet you're anticipating with excitement as well.
Yeah, for sure. I had a really fun weekend with the beta as much as I could play. Obviously, I had other things to do as well, but
Like
the time
adults
I had,
do.
Yeah, exactly. But outside of that, I had a really good time playing with my buddies, tried some international connections as well, and that was also exciting. I'm not really planning on maining any of the characters from the beta, but like I still had a good time, and that just goes to show the quality of the product, because like everyone was still pretty fun to play, even though I'm really waiting for the full roster.
Yeah, like we said, not long to go. Again, hopefully you guys are putting your pre-orders and you're anticipating that because, again, hopefully it was an open beta. So if you had an opportunity to play the game, hopefully you did. I know a lot of people didn't turn off their PCs or their consoles in general because, again, that was just a weekend of obviously them doing a stress test, but I think it was a celebration weekend. So people that didn't get to play the game got to play it. The people that are anticipating playing the game, they got to play it as well. And again, I think there was tons of tournaments exhibitions and people were producing content. Like, it was a great weekend all around. And that's just, again, it's just a snippet as to what's to come. And again, the demo is on the side. You all can download the demo if you want to get that that teaser of Street Fighter 6. But do not forget, let's move on swiftly. Let's look at tonight's fight card, ladies and gentlemen. We announced it 2 days ago, and it is going to be here tonight. Yes, we got more household UK players, staple names in the scene, internationally and domestically as well. Jester Power, the brother of Joker Jokes, is joining us here tonight, going up against Hurricane, one of the strongest carrying players, one of the strongest Street Fighter players we've had in Europe for quite some time. And he's going to be looking to cause some damage as much as he can in Street Fighter 6. We got these guys in the player room because we actually have these guys in person with me in the studio. And we're going to be talking to them very soon. There was a slight delay on tonight's show, but we're going to be doing that. Everything in conjunction, just a little bit, 15 minutes tacked onto that. Can we roll the run of show just to give people a reminder? I know people don't like the run of show reminder, but I'll give it to them anyway. Apparently, it's 15 minutes off, which is what I just said, so the production didn't listen to me. He's going to put it on there anyway. So basically what I'm going to do is in about 40 minutes from now, wherever you are in the world, 40 minutes from now, that is when we will have the game, the first to 10 going live. Like we said, we are playing the Street Fighter 6 demo. And the game will reset every 3 matches. But yeah, we're doing some Street Fighter news first. A couple of things we can talk about there. Then we're going to transition onto the player interview. And then we're going to get started with the first to 10 exhibition. Like we said, add on 15 minutes to that normal time slot, or that time rotation. And that is what we'll be doing there. So yeah, there's things to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is the Street Fighter official Twitter account. They've actually been going nuts with content and making sure they get all that engagement. Something came out this morning or late last night. Now, usually when you talk to people or you're looking for a partner in life or whatnot, they always mention the word personality. Like, you don't have personality.
No,
you
they
don't
ask
need a
what
personality.
horoscope you are.
You don't need a personality of a shoebox either. That's what somebody told me in the future. They asked about horoscopes as well, but they also asked about your personality. You need to do a little bit of research on that.
You know what?
But what's happened today, or earlier today, was the Street Fighter account did a personality quiz. They were asking what kind of character you'll be playing on release. And hopefully we have the graphic. There it is. There you go. Fighter and controller type. The personality quiz. They were out to expose all of you. So if you have social media and you haven't tried this, go on the official Twitter account and please give this a go. I think you'll kind of question yourself about it. I mean, it's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun on social media. I know other things have done it in the world. It's like, hey, what kind of this are you? And they say you're gonna pick.
What kind of grid are you?
Yeah, and they just go nuts to this stuff. You're like, oh, I've got nothing to do with this. I done it this morning. I got Cammy. Veggie, did you try this? Who did you get?
I got it. No, I tried it, and I got Kimberly. And
wow, that's well off the mark.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that does not really suit me as a character archetype. But
I think it's perfect.
You never know.
Maybe we should try. Maybe the quiz knows more than me. I mean, it might be an interesting thing to do. I mean, I do like her starting meeting kick, so
maybe you should give it a try. Valha, what did you get?
I got Edmund Honda.
Wow, no surprise there. No surprise there.
Honestly, I like the character, but can we talk about what the controller type was? What was the control type for you guys? Because I think that's like I think that is like the cherry on the top.
I definitely got classic.
Wow.
I got classic.
Wow. Basic.
Okay. What did you get then?
I got modern Honda, baby.
Wow. I mean, that's just adding, insult to injury.
No. I'm gonna, like, when I'm on a date next time and someone asks me about my sign, I'm gonna say my sign is modern Honda.
Damn, that's gonna throw off a lot of like.
I like that one.
Honda?
They're like, huh?
What?
Huh? He's so mysterious.
That's gonna throw them off completely. Veggie, what about you? What did control type did you get?
I actually thought that there were two different places you had to go. I didn't see that I could continue to the control type, so I ended it.
So you got so upset with Kimberly that you just skipped the. Okay.
No. He failed the IQ test.
Well,
yeah, so
clearly. Do you know when it gives you the first page and you get upset with what they said to you and you just it says page 1 of 2 and you don't see the page 1 of 2 part at the top right of the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, so you guys want to hear a hot gossip?
I don't want to, but go on.
You know what the community manager got?
Oh, snap. What did the community manager get?
He got Edmund Honda, baby.
With what control scheme?
What controller?
No. He did the exact same. He closed the tab.
He got upset. Oh, wow.
He closed the tab.
That's all right. Don't worry. This personality quiz is coming into your lives and invading. Oh, wait. Voice of reasons here. What's happened? What's happened?
The world. I got to tell the world. I got Honda. I don't want Honda. I couldn't continue.
I mean, I don't make the rules. We don't make the rules.
Neither do I, clearly.
Okay. Good. Well, no, you're just going to be a Honda player on release.
I am.
Those koi.
Hands for life.
Yeah, okay. Never said that out of context anyway. But no, listen, we have put the link in the chat below. You can follow the official Street Fighter account at Street Fighter on Twitter, and you can check out this personality quiz. Give it a try. Like, get engaging with social media and laugh at each other, expecting your characters or having a new thing. Look, if you get a character you completely didn't expect, give it a try. Maybe it might work out for you because, again, it's a very robust system in Street Fighter 6. If you like the system, I think you can dance around with the characters and really like mesh and mingle with all the other ones and try different styles, different archetypes. That would be fun to see. Right, so another thing we got to bring up as well is there has been some CPT news, which came out in the past week or so. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, it should be following the same structure as it did for the final year of Street Fighter 5. So it looks like, yes, here it is. So instead of 32 players, we're going back to 48 players, just like we did for the final year of Street Fighter 5. And the way to qualify for the Capcom Cup, which it will be an online premiere, or online premieres, I should say, offline premieres, a World Warrior system, which the World Warrior system is returning, and of course a last chance qualifier. Good old classic last chance qualifier. Now, I believe there is a website to this. I think if you just go on the Google search bar, just type in Street Fighter 6 CPT. I think the first link will take you there to get all the necessary details. But yeah, same structure as, or I'm going to assume it's the majority. I haven't actually looked at all the details myself, so I'm actually out of the loop in some things. Beggy, do you like this system that's returning? Because you actually qualified for the Cup through this system.
I mean, personally, I really enjoyed the system. It was I got to qualify for Capcom Cup, winning the Nordic and regional finals for the Nordic and Baltic region. And I like that there are offline premieres. I don't remember exactly how many, but like, you know, when we were watching the World Cup in soccer last summer.
Yeah.
I was thinking that this is really cool because there's like representation from all the countries, right? And I was thinking that is really cool to have, because then you have those upsets, like those teams that are beating like the people who are super favorited. So it's adding more potential storylines. And how great would it be if someone from World Warrior region that you don't really know about maybe manages to get into the top 8 or the top 4 or the top 2? That would be an amazing storyline for the cup. So I think storylines can really be created here. They could, of course, in the past as well in the old system. But personally, I enjoy it. But I can see both sides of it, and but I'm just excited that we get to try again and compete again. So
okay, nice. So the person who didn't watch the World Cup last year, how do you feel about this system, this qualification system returning? I imagine things are going to be pretty similar to what they were.
Yeah,
in the
for
final
sure.
SF5, so.
I enjoyed it last year for Street Fighter as well, and I think it gave us a really good, lens on like smaller communities and a lot of unknown talent, so to speak. And even like the World Cup format in Capcom Cup, I really enjoyed it as a spectator as well. Unfortunately, I wasn't there, but I thoroughly enjoyed it from the comfort of my home. And we had some like even though like there were some, the results were pretty much what you'd expect for the most part, right? But we still got, in the group phase, we got a lot of good upset games from like certain not so known players, like making an upset against a more well-known player, for example. So I really enjoyed it. That was a really big hype factor for me anyway. And but yeah, I'm really excited, and I might even dabble a little bit on the World Warrior myself this time. We'll see how it goes.
With modern control Honda?
I mean, I might go dynamic, baby.
Wow, okay, he's gonna go super basic.
I mean, gotta step it up, man.
I mean, well, wow. Okay, we got a hit word from the voice of reason. Apparently, dynamic controls don't work online. Okay.
Modern it is then. It's the modern age Honda, baby.
Oh, damn. I don't you dare make that like a YouTube series. Modern day Honda ruins the day. Something like that.
Wow, that was a great idea.
Do you know what?
You're full of great ideas for content.
That's why I set out the content creation game. Anyway, right, maybe we can actually, I'm hoping at some point down the line, maybe we can push for the group stage show that they did last year at Rob TV. And Alex Riot, he just like, again, have a separate show that does the format.
That was really fun.
Yeah, because I think you can make a show out of that in itself, and I think people really enjoyed that to get themselves hyped for the group, and then it obviously like, generates content, and everyone can look at the groups and theorize and do the predictions and whatever. So I hope we can push that in the future. But again, speaking of more high-level competition play, Red Bull Kumite announced more players as part of their invitees for the lineup there. So 8 players have been announced thus far, and 8 more to go. Or sorry, 7 more to go, because the last person will be from the last chance qualifier. So, as you can see, Tokido, Mena RD, Justin Wong, looks like they changed the image of Justin Wong, and Jabi M were the first people to announce. The latest announcements on the roadmap, Mr. Crimson, who's actually on his way to Japan right now for Topanga World Championships for Street Fighter 5, the swan song for Street Fighter 5. IDOM, the postman IDOM, if you get the joke, you get the joke. If you don't, I need to tell him if he's got a new nickname. But IDOM is returning to the cage. NL will be there as well. NL has been emphatic. He's one of the most efficient players in the world in terms of Street Fighter. And then Gachiken, no surprises there. He is a Red Bull athlete, so it only makes sense to bring him in the ring. I don't actually know how much he has been playing SF6 in terms of the beta or in terms of the demo, because I've seen a lot of the Japanese players play, but I don't know if Gachiken actually went over to Daigo's flat and or his place and got to play the game. Did any of you guys see Gachiken over there? So, oops. Go.
No, I haven't seen him play on the demo streams, but I haven't been watching them that much though. So, wait, did something happen here?
No, it should be right.
Oh. I missed it, sorry. I just had someone in my ear saying back to you guys, and I was thinking maybe, I'm sorry, So
Wake up, Veggie.
I thought maybe we were like disconnected or something. Anyway, I haven't watched too many of those streams. I've seen the highlights on Twitter. Not all of them, obviously, but a lot of them. So no, I haven't seen Gachiken play it, to be honest. But I haven't seen a lot of them, so I'm not a good reference point for who has or hasn't played that demo in Daigo's house while he's streaming.
So then let me ask you this. The lineup there, Mr. Crimson, IDOM, NL, what do you think about those players being invited to the cage?
I think it makes a lot of sense, and there's no like big surprises of people who have been invited so far. So again, like I said last time, I think it's good that also the second announcement is you kind of get the players that you were expecting to be invited based on the last 1 or 2 years of results.
Yeah. Okay.
And then maybe you will get some surprises or some interesting factors towards the end. But like Mr. Crimson, IDOM, NL, and Gachiken are all people I feel like you can expect for this one.
Okay. Alvaha, talk to me. What do you think about that latest player announcement lineup?
Like Vicky said, I don't think there's like any surprises on the people they announced so far, and I really like all these picks, and I like the variety as well. I wanted to point out the fact that I think just not too long ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, NL actually, his contract with UYU is actually over, so this might be a fantastic chance for him to find another sponsor. So I'm also like interested in like, you know, player pickups and all of that, so obviously those are interesting things for me, and I hope a great esports organization is gonna pick him up as well.
Well, I imagine, just to quickly highlight that before we actually go talk to our guests now, I imagine if contracts are ending with certain players and they're in this kind of not limbo situation, but kind of like this resting period of the transition from SF5 to SF6, and again, it looks like a lot of big events are coming out of the gate like immediately. Red Bull Kumite being one of them, the CPT. There's news dropped of the CPT. When it's actually going to start, I'm not actually quite sure, but you want to hit the ground running, and if you want to get someone to even, because I know what some sponsorships do, they kind of acquire players before the actual finals, because that will happen. If people have no names attached to them, you can imagine there's going to be people saying, hey, I want you to represent our team in the final, so it looks good on their resume, and hopefully it does something or does wonders for you, and you can extend the contract past the finals or whatever. But nah, I think that'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, just by going off of what Vaha said, hopefully NL does get some sort of a sponsor, because again, he's a fantastic player. And,
what do you think, Jammers? Yourself?
No, I like the lineup. I get to see Idom and potentially Crimson go at it again, because that was great to see when they were in Red Bull Kumite London. That was fantastic to see. Justin Wong back in the ring, that'd be cool. I think I personally would like to see, because it's a fresh game, I want to see the Kumite throw a spanner in the works. Put someone in the cage you would never think you would be in the cage. Just throw something off, completely off the rails, and go, all right, we're going to put this guy in the cage, see what it is. Because you should be able to allow people to kind of take a chance. Listen, if sometimes you got to take a gamble for something to be successful. You don't know how they're going to work like normal. I want to see our finest guys in the cage, but I also want to see one or two guys that you don't normally get to see at these invitationals or the finals. Just give them a shot, because they could be good at the game.
I have my own picks.
They could make an upset. Who knows? They
can create a storyline.
They could do that as well. But yes, right, enough.
Like how I pulled in the things I was saying earlier into what you were saying now.
So mysterious.
Wow. Really good,
what
right?
a narrative.
Yeah, I thought that was really
What a
great.
guy. You should be a writer. You should be a writer.
Yeah, you can't let these two in the same room for too long. But I tell you who you can have in the same room for too long is our lovely guests, Jester and Hurricane. So when we can transition over to them, so we talk to these guys about Street Fighter 6 and get the conversation rolling, because we have some interesting opinions for our last set of guests here, and I want to continue for the ball rolling. So yeah, let's transition over to our guests, Jester and Hurricane, and let's get this conversation underway, because I want to hear their lovely opinions. So let me find out. Jester, Hurricane, can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Perfect.
Loud and clear.
Right, gentlemen. No, Hurricane, I saw you back in March, I think it was. I think it was March. Jester, I can't remember the last time I've seen you. I could be completely wrong in that regard.
It might actually be the last time I was here on sets with my bro.
That was last year?
Sometime, yeah.
That's such a long time ago. But that was such a good time, though.
It was, right?
100%. But good to have you guys back. And hopefully you guys are looking forward to some Street Fighter 6 tonight, and obviously when the game actually comes out. So it's the part we do it as normal. We get to talk to you guys for a pre-match interview for the first to 10, and then we'll move on over to the first to 10. But I'm going to let Veggie kick things off, because he has this nice question he likes to ask people. Now, just to gauge, Hurricane, you were on the open beta last weekend, is that right?
Yes, I was.
Jester, do you have much time with open beta last weekend at all?
That's a good question, Jay. Boy, I mean, I got to play Friday evening after work, and then Saturday majority of the day, because got the wife and kids to step out, and then Sunday I was at an event with my wife, so yeah, couldn't play Sunday at all. But yeah, I got some time. Okay,
cool. Veggie, please fire with the question. I want to hear these guys' answers.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they have to say as well. Because with Street Fighter 6, we're getting a lot of new universal mechanics. And I was wondering, what is your favorite new mechanic and why in Street Fighter 6? We can start with Hurricane.
I'm going to go with, obviously, Drive Rush. That's just my nature. I'm playing all this type of mobile and aggressive players. So I'm somehow doing what I love to do, even though right now I'm having a taste of my own medicine, because I'm always getting rushed out myself. I just can't fight Kim, for example. So yeah, but it's just matter of time. So I really enjoy playing like that. I like fighting games. I like playing neutral, but I hate playing dry games.
Okay.
So I like when it's quite active. So that's why I'm coming from KOF, and I'm pretty happy about this. So I'm really excited. Let's see what is coming up in the future.
Okay, interesting. Jester, what about you? Out of the time you've played, is there a mechanic that stands out to you that you like, or?
I think a lot of people's answers probably will be Drive Rush, to be fair, but I'm going to mix it up a little bit, and I'm going to say Drive Impact.
Okay, so why
absolutely based.
Why do you like Drive Impact?
I don't like it. No, I don't like it. No, I'm joking. But no. I mean, in a way, you can't say I do like it, because I like the way Drive Impact is serious. If you're sleeping at the wheel, you're gonna get got, especially if you're in the corner. Certain times, like, I think I'm cool, I could block this Drive Impact, and then next minute I'm hitting the wall and I'm getting comboed. But I like the fact that it keeps on your toes. You've got to be ready to hit your own drive impact, or obviously you've got other options, throw and parry and all that stuff. But I like trying to, react and drive impact myself, being ready for it. But yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, it does really feel good though when you get that counter drive impact.
When you get that slow mo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
But it was, I think it was really like interesting during the beta to just see how and observe how people were using drive impact. When I like started climbing the rank, for example, people started using it less, and you could just see like people try to implement it differently. So it was like a really interesting experience during the weekend. It's such a short time, and you could actually see a difference in how people use it.
Well,
in just like 2 days.
If you use it defensively, or have a defensive mindset with it in terms of an offensive mindset to it, I think it feels better and is more useful. So you just wait for the other guy to use it in some way, or they do a string that's not drive impact safe, and you're like, okay, I do like this mechanic because I can consistently get the punish counter into the full combo or the wall splat or whatnot. Maybe when you're in the corner, it's very tempting to do because you get the wall splat, so it's kind of hard not to do it there. But if you kind of use it in a reactionary sense, then it's a different story. At least that's how I see it anyway. Now, another thing I wanted to ask Jester, because obviously I always see you as a Chun-Li main. I always see you as a Chun-Li main from SF4, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Obviously in SF5 you went with Vega because you kind of attached to him more often. Yeah. But who has tickled your fancy in Street Fighter 6? You got to go back to Chun-Li, or is there another character that's garnered your interest?
Yeah, who's tickled my...
Who's tickled your fancy? Who are you interested in?
I mean, I've got my eyes on DJ.
Okay.
I've got my eyes on DJ, yeah. I've got my eyes on DJ. Representing, obviously, JA, shout out. Yeah, all my Jamaicans, come on. And yeah, he just looks sick. He looks sick. I haven't really been a DJ player before. Didn't play him in 4. But I like what he's done with him, and he's just got the vibe. He's bringing, he likes dance. Well, they're showing a lot of dancing from him. Some people, I mean, Hurricane knows. He was at my wedding. I love dancing. Yeah. So yeah, man, I just like what they've done with DJ. But apart from that, once he comes out, I've got to see if I like him. And if I vibe with him, sorry Jay, if I don't, guess who's on standby?
Chun-Li?
Who? No, mate.
Who?
Guile.
Oh.
Yeah, perfect.
Wow.
He's on standby.
Nice
that's something played in the beta.
Okay.
And he's silly, but that's another topic. That's another conversation.
I don't peg you as a Guile player either. But then I think one of the reasons why I really respect you in terms of Street Fighter is I think you always challenge yourself. People like to attach characters to names, like Problem X with Bison, Hurricane with Cammy, but then what if you guys wanted to just try something completely new? I've seen you do that for 2 games now, and it's like, okay, so it looks like you want to challenge yourself again. All right, if it goes south, then you just pick somebody else. You're allowed to do that. But I like the fact that you want to go for the gusto and really go, you know what, let me see it because DJ looks interesting. I don't peg that as a Jester character, but at least you want to try it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, I get that.
Just so you know, Jester, your air throw anti-air with Guile in rank this weekend is coming on my ranked highlight wheel when it's ready.
Oh yeah, we played, right?
Yeah, we played, and it's like, and I was just doing like a Hail Mary jump, and it was like, jump, air throw. I was like, Claw, of course, he knows how to do that.
Yeah,
that was very nice.
It was good. By the way, sorry, let's slip this in as well. JP's third on the line, by the way.
Okay. So
it's really
it looks like you are taking a more defensive route, at least from the roster that you've named here. Oh, can't wait to see that. It might be actually annoying to play you for another 7 years. We'll find out. Hurricane, I want to ask you this because you are kind of like the king of online tournaments for me. How many online tournaments did you enter over the weekend? Did you enter any at all?
I did enter 3 of them.
Okay.
So I just got off work, straight up jumped out. I had to download the game first of all because I went work. I didn't have time to do that. So I did have like 10 minutes to download the game. Jumped on the first tournament, went 0-2. I'm not even gonna lie.
Damn.
0-2 straight up. Lost to one of the strongest French Dragon Ball player, Kane.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I lost to another guy. I don't know who that is.
What character did Kane use?
He's playing Ken.
Okay. Because I know on the beta, outside of Guile, I think it was Ken and Kimberly causing the most havoc. Well, at least from what social media says. Now, I've got to ask you both this question. Hurricane, we'll get your opinion on this first. Has your opinion of the game changed now that more people had access to it? And what I mean by that is obviously with the closed betas, it was kind of, you saw more of the serious competitors in the game. It might have kind of skewed your philosophy into thinking this mechanic might be a bit overpowered, this mechanic might be underwhelming, but because the average player and the casual players got a hold of the game now, has your opinion changed? Do you think it's going to be chaotic months one? Do you think it's going to be fine in terms of the loading process? Has your opinion changed of the game, basically, with more people having hold of it?
If there's one thing about me in fighting games, I've never been thinking that a game is going to be chaotic, because there is always an answer to everything.
Yes.
So for me, it's just going to be the same. We've played the beta. I've seen different approaches this weekend, so people who can play really dry, good footies, and that people who are just, as you said earlier, spam drive impact and defense, and it works actually, because
it does,
because we are not ready for that. Or in the corner, when you're getting cornered, you just expect that to come, and then you have to fight all the kind of players. Like when I fought Crimson, for example, I was like, does this guy had the game since last year? Because he was literally reacting to everything. So he was in the corner, and I was like, alright, let me do like everyone else. I'm just gonna spam that drive impact, and I'm getting thrown. I'm like, what? So he knows exactly what I'm gonna do and when. So there is so many approaches that I've seen this weekend, and I'm really excited to see what the game is gonna come with. So. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Actually,
Jester, what about you? Has your opinion of the game changed? Because again, as you get closer to a game's release, more concerns start to arise because more people have touched the game. You're like, hold on, guy might be a bit too strong here. All right, there's a bit too many Kimberleys here. Ken's overwhelmed me here, and it's like, because obviously with a small pool of players, you can have a more positive and refined opinion. But because now that everyone has access to it, you're going to hear a lot more mixed opinions. So has your opinion changed now, or are you still looking forward to the game?
Has my opinion changed?
Has your opinion changed?
Maniacs. Yeah. Drive impact all over the gaff. Yeah. I'm thinking, all right, maybe this person's not going to do it that much. Cool. Let me play some footsies. What drive impact? Shut up. Yeah. Clapped me up. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. Obviously, as you said, it was open to a lot more people, but I don't know, bro. I lost to a modern control Ryu player.
You don't sound particularly pleased about that.
No, I'm not. I was like, wow, did this really happen?
The future
this
is now.
This is it, man. This is it. They're here. You know, it's looking crazy. But in terms of like opinion, I wouldn't really say it's changed that much. I think it's still, it's early days. I mean, it's not even officially out yet.
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't really get that. It was only a weekend. You know what I mean? So we've got to see when it comes out properly. And then
yeah, you're actually right speaking about the model control real player, because I'm quite sure I played the same guy, and he was playing really, really dry.
Yeah.
And I was like, I won, but I won 2-1. So basically, I got more than at some point I was like, is that how model control is? Because the way I was thinking about this mechanic or this way of playing, I was like, if you use model control, that means you are not getting access to your 6 buttons. But I was quite surprised the way he was playing with Ryu, and it was actually working. So it makes me question myself now, like, is this thing legit?
It's legit. Still able
actually,
to do bits with it.
Yeah. Well, look, it wouldn't be some form of a threat if it wasn't CPT viable. They've allowed it in the CPT, so it's got to do something.
Well, to be honest, at some point I think that you might do a lot of things, but you might lack a lot of things as well. So
yeah, you get a 20% damage reduction, I believe, and you lose access to certain attacks. So I don't actually know what Ryu lost in terms of modern controls. But
exactly.
He doesn't have access to all his tools, basically.
Yeah, to be honest, if you want to compete the high level, you just can't win. Even if you play Gal, you just can't win by doing Sonic Booms and Flash Kick. Don't expect that. At some point you might rob 1-2 people, but you can't win the tournament like this.
Yeah, okay, no, you're true. You're true.
I wanted to actually ask a question.
Go for it.
That's fine. I wanted to ask both of you, like, how are you when you're learning like a new fighting game? Are you are you guys fast learners, or do you like have to take meticulous steps in like trying to understand the game at a high level, or like how was your experience with past games, for example? And we can start with you, Hurricane.
I might say that I'm a fast learner. I used to, because now that my situation is changing, I'm looking like Jester now, family man and all that. I'm gonna get obviously less time to play the game. But once a new game comes out, I'm playing a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I play a lot. I spend a lot of time in training. I do watch a lot of videos that I didn't do that much before, but obviously I did learn a lot from Infectious, Shoryuken and stuff like that. And the way they approach a game in general is, I think, the best way to learn. So I watch videos, I go training mode, but I do something that they don't do, is I play a lot as well. I do grind.
I think you are more of a grinder to me.
Yeah, I'm
like you just learn through like the game.
Yeah, I do that a lot. And I really enjoy it, because the fact that I can just press buttons. If I win, I'm like, I'm not bothered. If I lose, I'm saving that video, going back to training mode and see what's happening, what's wrong basically. And I'm just trying to repeat the same scenario in the training mode, and just expect to see if I can try another game and see if it's changing, or it's actually changing. So yeah.
Okay. Jester, what about you? Have you got any special learning process, any specific methods you use, or did you just learn as we go along?
Yeah, no, you know what? For me, probably a bit more on the slower side in terms of, type of learner. But then at the same time, I don't get like as much time.
We get older. We get older, more responsibilities.
Yeah, listen, bro. I mean, obviously, wife and kids, they take up a lot of time, like work, full time and everything. So I mean a lot of people know anyway. The time I do get is more time. It's late at night once they're all sleeping.
You're on F-word hours now.
Exactly.
You're on F-word hours now.
So it's like I got to sacrifice a bit of sleep, to go training mode and try and test some things out for myself and stuff like that. So it's a juggle, and it's just finding that balance as well at the same time. But I still enjoy the whole learning process. But the thing is as well, sometimes because I ain't got as much time, sometimes you just want to get the games in, though, wouldn't it? You just want to try and enjoy, play. So
yeah. Well, it's all about optimizing your time. If you're in an hour, you wouldn't want to some people consider you're wasting 30 minutes of game time watching replays or going in training mode, repeating a scenario, when you could actually just learn on the fly, make a mental note, look back at it later. Like you said, some men are going to be sacrificing sleep just to get that training mode in. And again, if you make the sacrifices early, it'll be an investment later, because then you'll go back to your normal sleep routine. And it's like, I can actually go back to sleep again and I have to lose an hour or 2 hours. Like you said, full-time working man. But I feel, look, with the way that you guys, your mindsets work with fighting games in general, and look, you guys learn from other people as well. I reckon some people, they learn faster through other people, and it's you're able to replicate that quicker than others. So you might just be able to watch the archives of a tournament, watch a random replay on YouTube and go, okay, he's done that, I'll do that, because you already know the input, you already know where to apply that. Because remember, application of knowledge is everything. Someone could spend 3 hours finding it, but you guys know where to apply it. They might not know exactly where to do it. They just have the scenario in training mode. So it'll be interesting how people learn, because like you said, your like real life scenario changes. Everyone's is different. Someone's going to be playing the game for 12 hours on end, and they're not going to be able to do a DP after 12 hours. And then there's other people who are going to have 30 minutes to play, and they might win a tournament based off of 30 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. The reason why I asked is because I feel like the better you understand how you learn things, especially now that like the stakes in competing right now are going to be higher. So I think the people who understand how they learn the best are like, and optimize their time, I think it's gonna be really beneficial, and it's gonna like carry them forward a lot faster than others.
Yeah, 100%. Right, I believe we've actually just hit the timer, so we're out of time here. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get Jester and Hurricane set up to play this first to 10. Remember, it is the Street Fighter 6 demo with Ryu and Luke only. Give us 5 minutes, and we'll be back with you very shortly.
Red Bull Kumite, South Africa, on Street Fighter 6. Who is next? Get your tickets now.
Space-time distortions. There's still puking out dinosaurs all over the planet.
So, Bikitoa Island's been sealed up for 3 years, and Ibius won't own up to Leviathan's malfunction?
Can you address the reports of exofighter patrols on the island?
Reports of exofighter patrols are simply untrue. IBS is committing all possible resources to the investigation.
Exercise results logged. Sunsetting temporal instance.
Come on back. Drinks on me.
There are hundreds of exofighters running around out there. Everyone's armed, and nobody knows what'll happen next. 1 minute, they could be helping you. The next minute, they're shooting you in the back.
You need to keep fighting until we can figure out how to destroy the Leviathan. It's trying to build stronger exosuits, so it's pulling any exofighter in their hold back in time to these bloody war games.
Like it or not, the exosuits keep it alive out there.
But the more we use it, the more it helps Leviathan.
Well, that's not an option.
So one way or another.
Valued team members, prepare for dimensional integration in 10 minutes.
You stay alive, man. Only you.
If you give an AI like Leviathan the directive, improve our exosuits, it has to complete it. It doesn't matter whether that takes 100 tries, million, all for the perfect suit.
More than that.
But at least do me the courtesy of looking me in the face whilst you do it.
Okay, pinky, forefinger, back to middle, full wrist articulation. Then we do it in reverse. Begin.
What the hell are you guys doing?
It's a secret robot handshake.
Good morning, Victoria.
Welcome back to Capcom Fighters. Here's the set, the Tuesday show. If you just tuned in, you came at a perfect time because we are just about to start the set with Jester, Power, and Hurricane. The UK boys are here. How are you feeling, Beggy?
I'm feeling really good. I thought I did some really good stuff with the lighting so that there would be none of these things that you can see on my camera. But I guess I'm not as good as I thought I was. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah,
it happens, man.
Yeah, coming back to the set, it's like we saw Joker Jokes, I guess Problem X on the first one. It's really cool to see just the Power now. I'm guessing they are not playing the same character then because Hurricane was playing Luke in the open beta, and I'm guessing we're gonna see Ryu against Luke. So I'm excited to see. We've seen it 3 times now. We've seen it 3 times now, and it's always a little bit different. So I'm interested to see if this will be like a reminder of one of the old sets, or if this is another take on the characters in the matchup.
I actually think it's really interesting that I think Hurricane is gonna play Luke, and I think it's interesting because he played a lot of Luke in Street Fighter V, and obviously the character is different in many ways. And I feel like when you're such a competitive player like Hurricane, there's a lot of muscle memory and stuff like you need to kind of let go and unlearn, like hit confirms and stuff like that. So I think it's interesting to see how Hurricane will tackle that problem.
Yeah, and I think like while you're saying that Luke is different, which I agree, it's also still like that close range buttons character with whiff punishes and some control with the fireball and the standing
his buttons are still amazing.
So I feel like there's a lot of carryover, but they might not just. But it's more like, as you're saying, like the combos are different and the confirm routes and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how what his take will be like in this matchup.
True.
Well,
true.
we'll see how it goes. Ryu versus Luke. Remember, this is Street Fighter 6 demo action, only 2 characters. It resets after every 3 games. I feel we have to keep reminding people that because people don't know how a demo works or this demo works these days. So
I really like how Hurricane is already setting up the guessing game from the drive rush with the throw baits. So like he's already setting up the conditions and trying to make Jester Power guess as early as possible.
A drive impact, now, and he said he likes it because he got a punish counter there. He's got level 1 as well. A meterless follow-up.
I like the mechanic when it hits.
Everyone likes the mechanic when it hits, and he gets the chip already.
That's fair.
Damn, he didn't even get a second part of. He didn't even get second access to drive gauge. He was about to replenish, but he died before he got it. So.
I do think that burnout is, when you are close to the corner yourself, it's something to really make sure that you don't end up in. And we could already see it there with Hurricane. He did not really have easy answers to the drive impact and to chip out and things like that. And being in a corner like that is very dangerous. And already just the Power has him cornered again. No anti-air there though. And I like that jump heavy punch because that's really good if you try a late normal anti-air.
It's gonna be a lot of damage. Oh, nice corner carry as well.
Drive rush from the target combo cancel. I kind of like that about Luke. That's not going to work. Yeah, that's not going to work.
And he got put in the corner again, but he managed to jump out. That was really fortunate. There's no
I've seen a lot of people I've seen a lot of people struggle with punishing that level 3 because it's like weird because Luke moves so much forward. And if it goes on block, like he reels back very strongly. So I feel like there's a lot of things that people aren't really ready to punish.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's going to be the drive impact into the back hard kick to close out that round. These guys have gone into burnout pretty quickly thus far.
I was going to ask, how many times do you think we've seen burnout in these first 2 rounds? That's pretty...
Someone asked, is this on PS5? No, these guys are playing on Steam. They're playing the Street Fighter 6 demo that has World Tour and the Fighting Ground stuff on Steam. Drive rush cancel.
Big stand fierce.
Confirmed there. And just keeping it simple with the combo, making sure that you don't get that drop after doing the light and then the medium.
Nice the presser.
Oh, unfortunate.
Nice.
Need to have the perfect ready for that air juggle.
Using that suppressor a lot.
Yeah, that back hard punch. I remember you showed me that over the weekend, Omar. That's actually really damn good.
It's really good, but you gotta like know the spacing because it doesn't obviously have like the throw invincibility it had in Street Fighter 5. He just reels back a bit, so like the spacing is more nuanced in this game.
That was unfortunate there for Jester Power. He got beaten by Wake Up Throw. It's going to be difficult. You are going to see that in the early days of Street Fighter 6. People are going to mess up their meaty timings and people are going to naturally wake up with throw. But I did actually speak to Pax about this. I reckon the go-to option on defense might be delayed jab on Wake Up. It might turn into delayed jab across the board.
I absolutely think like the thing that most people who've played a lot of Street Fighter 5, for example, like I feel like the most people struggle was when trying to meaty someone.
Yes.
The timing is very different.
Ooh, tries to get for something cheeky there. Yeah. Maybe he wanted the air jump, but then, you know, you don't have the perfect parry, and if you don't have the perfect knuckle, and without it, you don't get the air juggle. But now, just the power, will he risk?
Nice. And I feel like that's one of the more useful level ones we've seen personally. I think so, because like when Luke gets that meter, like if you throw a fireball, you need to always be aware of the potential of a punish.
And it's a very versatile super. You can use it for like far anti-airs. You can whiff punish like long recovery things. You can stop drive rushes. 2 buttons can stop drive impacts. It has like usage for more or less anything.
Big jumping though.
All right, gonna get the full conversion straight into Burnout here in the perfect flash knuckle into the tackle straight to the corner. Now because Hurricane's got Jester trapped in the corner, but he has real estate to work with, the Burnout gauge is going to recover at a relatively decent time rate, and that's going to work. Yeah, that will work.
But had Just the Power been active with a jumping medium kick, I think it would have
that actually
super, as the super does lose to like active buttons that will hit Luke on the head. Nice tier.
All right, that's going to be 2-0 there for Hurricane. People are asking, do we have access to the full game? No, we do not. This is a demo. We only have access to Ryu and Luke. I'll tell you when we do have access to the whole game. June 2nd. Wait until that day.
Oh, wow. Can't wait.
I just got news from the Voice of Reason. They said June 2nd, we're allowed to show any character we want on June 2nd.
Wow.
Nice
big punish counter though.
Was that a punish counter on the fireball, or did he press something after?
It
must have been on the fireball. Yeah. Oh, nice. Gets that hit again. The perfect
He's been working that standing fierce.
Oh, not sure if that was enough to get the level 1 juggle. Decides not to and gets the miss DPI hit. That doesn't happen as much anymore, you know?
Okay. Can he get a throw though? He's going to go meaty Hashogeki.
The meaty.
Good block. Run out again.
Suppressor stealing some plus frames with the Flash Knuckle, the heavy version. Because even when you're burned out, like you get plus frames. So you see a lot of Luke players trying to use that, especially when they're burned out.
He can't throw a fireball, not at that range. Because Hurricane's gonna.
It's so versatile. That's the thing. You can punish slow moves, roof punish. It's like you can use it. So you're just buffering it, and it basically covers more or less anything you want to stop.
All right, gonna get the clip.
Starting off, yeah, it was like standing in the traffic lights. He was like, green means go.
Right dash. Okay, gets the punish counter sweep. Goes for the positional advantage here. Does Jester misses that throw though? Nice anti-air.
Yeah, tries to get out of the...
Now, did you keep in mind though, Jester's not normally playing Shotokan characters.
Yeah.
So, well, nice clean jump. Nice clean jump. He's probably not used to doing DP anti-airs. I think you can use back hard punch as Ryu's normal anti-air. I can't remember.
You know what I really like about Luke as well? Like, I feel like defensively, Luke is a great character in this game because he can always go for the light, medium, heavy, the target combo, and he can cancel it in this game. So I feel like he can like steal back turns more effectively than a lot of other characters.
I see what Hurricane tried to do there. If he threw that flash, not going to hit, we would have led level 3, I think. That was a smart idea from the driver. Overhead!
Not even hitting overhead, just counter hitting whatever Hurricane tried to.
That range that these guys are doing, you know, the drive impact, the reactionary level 1s that Hurricane's doing, the drive rush into overhead Jester's been doing as well. It's a range where it's at, like, you won't be able to react to it at humanly, like, decent time, so. Okay, cross.
By the way, what Jester has, though, is really great anti-airs with air-to-air.
And we also just agreed that punish counters feel super good.
Hurricane could have baited that, actually. There's a thing people aren't doing yet, but I can see it happening in the future. You'll be able to do you'll be able to bait drive impact if you have level 3, and you do a move that loses to drive impact. Because you'll cancel that special into level 3, and they lose health, and the drive gauge, and the level 3.
That is such a great point, because that was definitely cancelable then.
No, we could have beat him! You could have beat him there, Jester, he did it! Oh no, he's in trouble.
Gets the air reset though. Is he gonna stay calm? Oh, gets out.
He's panicking.
Not ready to punish
Don't
the
throw a
though.
fireball. Please don't throw a fireball. Quickly go to burnout as well. He's got away. No, that might be it. I think that's it. Does he get it?
If he doesn't drop, that should be it. But
he dropped. Hold on. Can you do level 3 from that?
You can do level 3 from normal at least. You didn't need to do even EX.
Don't TP.
He's getting
Do
the
not
walk-up
TP.
throw though.
Oh no, this is bad. This is so bad.
This is really dangerous. You need to be really pumping that ultra, that critical art, and just do it on anything you see there. That's such a tough position to be in.
Nice.
Listen. My hands are cold, innit?
Cold, yeah?
We haven't been playing. We've been sitting here talking, catching up.
Well, that's why I switch the heat on for you. You can see what's happening here.
Listen. We don't want the full version. Well, we do.
Yeah, I know you want that gal, yeah, but
exactly. That's why.
No, you're gonna skip really today. You're gonna play footsies.
Listen.
Throw fireballs. I want to see the DPs, the legit DPs.
I'm warming up, bro. I'm warming up.
All right.
Just gotta remember, innit? Gotta remember.
I don't know. You want.
Wrong side. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We're warming up.
Alright, let's do this.
Man, that was brilliant. He said, I'm just warming up, my hands are cold. How do you say we don't want the full version? Who are you? What you've done with Jester? So we don't want the full version. Of course you do. You know what? No, he kind of squandered that game there. He could have taken it to 2-1.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Wait,
this is the same start as last time.
That was crazy.
The conversion though.
Nah, that was clean from Hurricane.
That's a statement.
That's family man tech right there. Just punish counter fireball with the stand fierce drive rush cancel. It looks like he's willingly to burn his bar, going to burn out as quickly as possible, get the positional advantage because like Luke can do that. He is drive gauge efficient. So punish counter.
Oh, but gets hit by the.
He could put him in burnout. No, he can't. Okay. Oh, he missed the drive rush.
Yeah, he didn't go for anything. Maybe he wanted to conserve the bar. Not really with the DP again though. I understand it. I'm like that too. I need a crouching anti-air. Oh, what a read from Just the Power. Has level 2. Does not choose to use it. This is really dangerous. Is he gonna be ready?
Okay, can't do level 2 from there. No anti-air there, but he's gonna get a 3-piece.
Back in the corner though, defensive option.
This is the thing. I feel in this game, like Street Fighter 5, you had a lot more people in characters jumping out of the corner or jumping in situations where you wouldn't have deemed to do that in Street Fighter 4. I think that's going to elevate even more in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Right.
You just want to find that opening where you can jump out, and it's okay to be anti-air because at least you'll be on the other side of the corner.
Get the sweep.
Nice sweep.
Pretty consistent
There
with the
it
sweep,
is, yeah. That's such a good thing too. It's so much easier to whiff punish throw attempts because there is more throw recovery, so you're going to be really likely to do that.
Oh, missed
you can't get that from the normal hit on the drive impact in the corner. You need to do a different combo.
Drive rush goes for the pressure. Good button press there from Hurricane into the EX flash knuckle, ending with a heavy flash knuckle conversion. He's got level 3, so just has to be more cognizant of the meter gain. He could have. Oh, what?
Could have got more
tagged
though.
on the tackle.
He's dead. He's got to be dead. Surely.
He needs to cancel.
Oh,
Does he know that he can?
me. Oh no, he's giving it away again.
Maybe he doesn't
working
know
for
that
the
he
charity.
can cancel the donkey kick into the level 3.
Oh, he has to know that. He has to know that. Yeah, he's a very.
Maybe he's just really greedy. Let's go.
I'm with Ovar. He's a very magnanimous person. He's giving away games. Oh, that's gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt really bad. He can go to level 3 if he wants to. No, he missed the chance for the level 2 flash knuckle. Kick throw.
That was a really good combo.
Got a nice life lead as well. Might all just change in a moment's notice though.
Guess that sweep. Dangerous tech gets it anyway.
And as Hurricane plays like this, as he plays like this, his drive gauge actually having a relatively decent recovery time as well. And he's got full drive gauge back. That's going to be level 2. It has no range.
The range. That actually,
It's non-existent, mate. Don't even bother.
Yeah, just use the level 1.
He can wake up with level 1 though.
Yeah, but
hold on.
Throw Loop City.
Oh,
but he gets thrown out.
No.
Maybe he was going for the overhead. That is quite slow.
No, I can see that he's probably going for the overheads. I think he probably should have, maybe instead of doing the drive rush, maybe do like a micro walk and then do a button. He conditioned Hurricane enough already. It looks like it's easy to condition people in this game because of the throw loops and situations. So
yeah, the suppressor's hitting home as well.
But I just wanted to point out that when Hurricane was doing that beast mode, as a reaction. I think because a lot of when you're walking back after buffering, you get beast mode sometimes when you have level 2, even though you want to do level 1.
Doing the beast mode, baby.
Yeah, so that's when you get it kind of like unintentional.
All right, Solar Plexus, 3-piece. Just gonna block it out here. And I think Jester's still kind of treating the pressure like it's Street Fighter 5.
Respecting the normals.
It's kind of hard to get out of that habit. Well, especially if you had limited time. Trying to bait him with a heavy flash knuckle again.
Yeah, and if you've been doing that for like 5+ years, I mean, it would. I would assume it takes longer than like a few weeks to get used out of it.
No, 100%. Well, just over a weekend, of course, with the open beta, so because he is a family man.
I'm still respecting the buttons.
Oh, nice try to the whiff punish. Still gets the pressure though. Another whiff punish. This time from Jester Power.
Dude, the sweep punish counter feels so good in this game.
Yeah, I think it's got more frames than a normal punish counter sweep, and I think so. But you've got a lot of time to get a setup going. Right, pressure been applied here, and again in Burnout, Hurricane is. And if he lands a level 3, you'll be able to stop. I love that cancel.
That was sick.
Is he gonna try to do it? And is he gonna be ready?
No!
Oh wow, he was actually gonna be ready.
He's in trouble.
That was sick.
He's in so much trouble.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
He can chip him though. He can chip him. Oh, okay, he can't chip him now. The opportunity to chip.
Walking backwards. This is gonna be dangerous. There comes the drive impact.
Oh, he's done.
All the way from there. That's
the combo didn't even work. The combo didn't even.
Oh, yeah, he dropped it. This time he's ready with the DP. Nice patience from just. That must have been a fireball.
That was totally a fireball. That's so unfortunate.
How is he throwing away these rounds? Oh no.
Just warming up.
It's going from bad to worse, mate. Straight to the corner.
Let's see what happens.
Nice 3-piece there. He hasn't comboed into level 3 yet. He hasn't done it.
No, yeah, he's been sitting on that bar for a lot of the games. Probably just not used to converting into it.
Level 3, please. Level 3 in there, please. He can get into Burnout, mate. Oh, okay, he doesn't know.
Okay, nice fireball.
I mean, they're family men. They don't have at the same time.
Oh, no. Hurricane put Burnout anyway.
Yeah, there it is.
I think
that's gotta be alive.
No, he's alive.
I think he's still alive.
Yeah. Just barely.
Might as well wake up level 3 at this point. You should have done it.
Good job. Let's go.
Dude, the judo chop.
All right. 5-0 here to Hurricane at the moment. Again, there are some anti-opportunities that are being squandered. Jester is very good at building momentum, and he has very good positions. And Hurricane's actually doing half the work for him by putting himself in Burnout. He's just not capitalizing on those chances. Yeah, anti again.
Nice blocking from Jester Power, just making sure he's taking the throw mid-screen, ready for it, it's okay.
Hashigeki. Oh no, he didn't. He charged up the Denjin Fireball. He's got Hashigeki stored though. Nice.
Oh, what a
crouch medium kick him.
Yeah, and again, like, had he converted maybe into the Hashigeki instead? Nice, another one.
He's about to get Burnout though if he's not careful. This is going to be big for Hurricane.
To jump into crouch medium kick.
Is he going to get... No, that's not the perfect one. Yeah.
I like that empty jump setup.
I think Jester should probably look for a level 1 reactionary fireball. Super. He can't throw a fireball because Hurricane's looking for it, but
yeah,
he should work on chipping him. Do pressure, anything. He's allowing Hurricane to get back into his original state. Yeah, and he's done it.
He's really afraid of that.
Oh, now he's
pumped out. Now he can be chipped down quite a lot. Is he gonna get that lucky jump in, or is he just gonna eat all of his Hurricane though? Burning out. Oh, there it is.
Oh, mate. Sometimes you misjudge the range and you just fall, or you're falling in the air, you're like, please don't hit the wall, and then you can hear the stun sound, and Hurricane's looking to make the 6-0.
It happens and you think like, you're there and you're thinking, okay, it's okay, I just got hit, I'm not close to the corner, wait, what's going on? Juggled.
And Tio nice. Crouch Fist, there we go, it's progress, we're getting there. Forward throw.
Slowly but surely building a foundation.
So now again.
Oh, look at all these suppressors.
Look forward.
I wonder if you might be actually looking to do that thing that you mentioned with level 3 if they try to drive impact on reaction to the heavy knuckle. That would be
I think I've seen it with Jamie, I've seen it with Ryu, and I now Hurricane showed me a situation with Luke. You can definitely do it, but you have to have the level 3 to goad them into doing the drive impact, and you cancel it. You'll probably be doing 60% damage instead of 50, if it's the CA version anyway.
Oh, he finds that counter hit again. Drop combo though, this is really important for Jester Power. He needs to stay alive. What's it gonna be? He tries to get the crushing medium kick, not ready to whiff punishes Hurricane though.
Solar Plexus, please. Okay, he needs one hit into level 3, please. Level 3. Come on, man.
There it
Level
is,
3.
And he misses the shimmy.
You're killing me there, mate.
They're playing with their food. And another one.
Mate, you're killing me.
No way.
Oh, what are you doing, mate?
No. Just give him a moment. He's switching to modern.
You got the new thing, no level 3. And there's that counter. Just the power almost burned out though.
The new age is here, fellas.
Is he gonna do it again? He's gonna try to forget. Please don't. He's gonna be ready this time. And he finds the question.
Give him a moment. He's getting too many drops. He's switching to modern.
Sorry, it's unprofessional.
Give him a moment, bro. Give him a moment.
I can't stop laughing. Can you imagine you change from classic to modern spins?
I'm getting too many whips, bro.
I didn't even think about that.
Alright, that's the best. That's the best. Alright, gets the toxic conversion, but I can't believe that Hurricane's allowing this.
Nice check on the dash. Ready this time. That's one.
Okay. There you go. Pressure being applied.
What's the mix?
No parry though. He hasn't parried much either.
Yeah, is he gonna be ready? Oh, jump out, nice.
Wonders.
I like this air to air. Punish on the standing heavy punch, probably expected to cancel.
Nice, what a game!
Dude, I actually like that jump back in the corner because he's been getting so much of that suppressor offense from Hurricane. He was ready this time.
Wait, I need to hear this.
What's going on, bro? The hands just ain't really computing properly right now. Do you know what I mean?
That's what you get because you want to play cheap characters. But what's happening? You're not even busting out the CA, bro.
Bruh, do you know what? I forgot. Bruv, I've been trying to do it with punch all this time. I think it's kicks. I'm sure it's kicks. It's kicks, innit? Thank you. Yeah, I think I realize now. To be fair, but bruv, it's been a good few times I've tried it and I've been doing punch. This is what I'm saying.
No, you are definitely your hands are cold, man.
They are cold at the same time.
It got to that point when you pause the game when you do the combos, man. Bro.
Bro.
Listen, I reckon someone's going to do that in tournament. They're going to play classic and they're going to change to modern mid-match. They will do it.
I need to see that. I actually need to see that. It's like, you know what? I'm sick of these drops. I'm switching to modern, baby. The new age is here.
Wasn't that like it was grayed out, right? I don't think again should change.
No. He obviously he done it by accident, but I like the theory that Ovaha put through. Yeah, I think it'd be funny if he could do that. Like, just like, nah, it's on this. I'm going modern controls.
Screw it. I'm done. I'm done whiffing.
Okay, but now he knows it's with the.
Do you know what's crazy? So I want to see in someone's YouTube video and the game drops a drive rush combo that it goes raw drive rush, crouch medium punch, crouch fierce, pause the game for 5 seconds, then cancel into flash knuckle. That'd be sick. Anyway, it's 5-1. Good drive reversal. There you go.
First drive reversal of the night.
That'll be used a lot more. It will be used a lot more in the future.
For sure. That's one of those things that will definitely develop as the meta and the game develops and has more time.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm really liking
and I can't wait to see that because I feel like it's really like one of those unpolished gems. People just don't know the value yet.
I feel like everyone is a birdie player in the corner these days.
What do you mean? Oh,
just jumping out of the corner.
So now you know how it feels when we have to deal with. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah. And that's totally what a birdie man would say.
Oh, Hurricane close to burnout.
Somebody asked, is there a reversal in the game? Yes, there is. It's just that people don't use defensive mechanics when a new fighting game comes out. It's all about offense.
Yeah, I remember Street Fighter 5. It took a while before people started using the V-reversal.
Mom said it's my turn on offense.
I think I used like 4 years to start using the reversal.
I think Hurricane's won this round if he gets the combo correct. Can he level 2? No, he's going to level 1 instead. And it's not. Yeah, he should have done level 2.
It wasn't enough.
And Jester believed he would bait the DP. Wakes up jab. Hurricane confident in his throw there.
Misses his throw, lovely walk back there into the punish counter. Yeah, you're going to see people walking back in this game as a defensive option actually has a lot more reward to it if you're avoiding throws, but there's a lot more exposure because of crouching medium kicks in the drive rush system.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And like I said, I feel Luke is especially good at just walking back and then just doing the target combo as a punish.
Yeah.
Like he gets good stuff out of it.
He definitely does. Nice, starting to use the parry now. I feel it's something they use sparingly. They remember it for a while, use it a lot, and then not use that much.
Do you know what it is? I think because there's actually a lot to remember and a lot to consider in an actual match, Jester's remembering a lot of the mechanics and what he can do as he goes along. Lovely whiff punish. That's going to be the game. That should be the game. That's going to be Pale Rider level 3. It's going to be the super art version, not the critical art. Actually, he might still be alive. Yeah. Just about though. Wake up level 3.
One button, and he can start chipping it. Decided not to. Maybe afraid of that wake up level 3. What's it gonna be?
Smart move. Do you know what? That situation there is actually a big gamble on Jester. He has to throw a fireball to get Hurricane. Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Now, there was actually good layers in that scenario. Because he was actually one hit away from being chipped by a Sandblaster, he had to throw fireballs to get Hurricane to do it back, to give him the opening to Tatsu. Then Hurricane adapted with the uppercut. I like that. Now, that was actually smart. That was very good stuff. Nice sweep.
Oh, nice. He definitely has that claw muscle memory on how to sweep when people are just standing there. Really good at it.
No, but do you know what it is, right? A lot of people have fixated their kind of situational awareness or their spacing to nice jump in, to crouch and beating kicks, that they forget sweeps.
Exactly. I was gonna say that. I feel like sweeps right now are really undervalued in this game. I feel like especially Ryu's comes out pretty damn fast.
Nice stand jab though. Tries to do something so he gets hit by that cancel. Dangerous in the corner. Is it gonna be a drive impact soon? And a drive impact counter? No, gets to jump out again.
He's got him in the corner though. This is fine. Throw tech again. And that throw tech distance, despite it being heavily increased from SF5, I think the situation is still a bit dangerous. Nice whip punish. He can't. No, he can kill. Level 1 should do it, but he's going to do level 2 instead to guarantee it.
That's fine.
He's not going to He's not going to make the same mistake he did last time.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that. Like he just lived through that situation with level 1, so obviously you just need more gusto.
I really like.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, sorry. Now I just wanted to say about the sweeps. I really like the sweeps from Jester Power because they are making Hurricane either get hit or he has to start crouch blocking a lot more, which will allow him to control the space more. Nice.
He's all over the place.
He tried the flying eagle.
Oh, he tried to get the stun. He was too obvious with that situation there. Let's see if Hurricane can just box him in the corner. Wait for that jump, but the jump did come. He's gonna watch out for an uppercut. It's coming. There it is.
It's gonna be one hit now for just the power of Hurricane. One if it's a big one. Nice sweep again. He's so good at it.
I think he thinks Hurricane's gonna tech, but Hurricane hasn't teched in block streams. He's only done it on wake up.
Nice DPs from Hurricane.
Oh, what's it gonna be?
He's been really consistent with the DPs.
He can't draw right. He can't do that. He can't. I know he wanted to do that, but the fireball's a threat. Hurricane was waiting for anything. 7-1 right now.
I want in, and I want it now.
I mean, listen, depending on the character.
Oh, Whiff City.
Whiff.
Yeah, people are not completely comfortable or know what the range is, so you'll see those. You're looking to Whiff Punish, but you're not actually in the range of Whiff Punish because you're not used to your character yet.
Whiff City with 2 residents right now.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Jump out again. Whoa, jumping out of the corner.
Yeah, just stun him.
I like
Mate,
that.
Just stun him. There you go. Just stun him. Charge. That's a free. Yeah, it's a free
charge. Yeah, that's
smart.
That's smart. Oh, drops it though. You hate to see that kind of thing happen.
Burnout's coming.
What's it gonna be? Gets the counter. Oh, doing the lights. And could have gone for the OD version should it be necessary.
Hurricane definitely feels more comfortable in various aspects of the match. Neutral, offense, Oki, defensive situations as well.
Right.
He seems more comfortable. Jester's actually shown signs of life here, but again, I think it's just one too many chances squandered, so yeah, baited.
Oh, not ready. Because we saw earlier that he did the crouch moon punch too early, so we got an air juggle. So now probably just waiting to make sure that it connects while he's crouching and it's in time to block.
The one thing that makes Luke really strong as well is just he gets 3 crouch jabs into the light flash knuckle as well. I feel like he gets a lot out of these stray lights.
That's true. That is actually very true.
3.
And I feel like also just speaking about Luke, the fact that he can from a drive rush, he can do a light into heavy is actually super valuable because he can convert a light into a lot of damage with the meter usage.
Ooh, what is he looking for? Now Hurricane's out of that burnout mode. He can go on offense again, just needs one guess really, and he can get a lot of time to get close enough to get something going.
If Jester gets a clean hit, just get into level 3, but he's doing too many hard reads. Yeah, he's doing too many hard reads.
And Hurricane found the timing on the punish on the Tatsu on the third attempt.
Sometimes you just need to get to the chopper, the helicopter, you know?
Okay,
It's not gonna work.
It was a hard read, bro. You know what? I played. This was a couple weeks earlier.
A couple of weeks. The last time you played this game was 2 days ago.
Nah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Guile though, innit? I didn't touch Ryu at all.
Obviously, that's the main thing. When you play Street Fighter, you have
I
to
didn't
start.
learn much with him, but
Yeah.
what I learned was better than what I'm doing right now, bro.
Well, that's what
I can't remember how
I'm
to play
saying.
him,
Like
bro.
when you play Street Fighter, the first thing is to start shows, footsies and that. You know, when you go straight to the broken characters, obviously you're gonna be lost.
Bro.
That's why I'm playing a shorter character. That's somehow a shorter character. What do you want? Training or?
Let's go back to the temple. Yeah, let's do this. The game of the temple.
Right. Hurricane brings up an interesting point that I probably would like to argue when we go back to talking to them. Now, he said, like, if you go straight to quote-unquote the broken characters, you're going to look lost. I kind of disagree with that. Because when some people say you need to learn the fundamentals of Street Fighter to play it, what they're basically saying is you need to learn a Shoto. They're applying the Shoto as the fundamental. I've seen people who don't play Shotos that do have fundamentals in the game, since they don't prefer Shotos. I might argue that point later because I'm not good with Shotos either. I'm not.
Yeah, but speaking about the the Shotos and all that, like I feel like this open beta was a great chance for people who don't traditionally play Shotos to kind of have a deep dive into a Shoto character for the weekend.
Only if they were interested, though.
Only if they're interested, absolutely.
Oh, he tried. He definitely wanted to parry and then always the driver dash, right? But then the fireball was slower than he expected and parried and dashed too early. Trying again.
Last, he was trying to sniff out the DP there. That's gotta be a big
punish on that whip and goes for the big damage.
Actually, he is. Oh, if he did level 1, he would have been dead.
He was gonna be.
And there is the block on the sweep finally and the punish.
And here we go. Hurricane looking to make it 9-1 here.
I feel like one thing about using drive meter is that people don't really necessarily, when they go to burnout, like obviously if you have less than a 1 bar and you go for an EX move and go for a burnout, you're paying for the tax, you're paying for the extra meter that you kind of didn't have.
Yeah, you can go into debt basically. You can pull out a loan.
So I think that's really interesting how people will probably gonna start optimizing that at some point as well.
But you also got to remember as well, if you have 1 or 2 bars remaining, you got to be very considerate about how you block things, because blocking takes away your drive gauge as well. So
absolutely. Nice tech.
Hurricane is really aware.
Oh, there it is!
Power finally! Just takes a few games to get ready for it.
Now the monster energy kicked in.
Oh, he didn't do level 3. Whoa! Speaking of the devil, he done level 3 and...
No, he drops it. No way.
Overhead.
The shimmy punish counter overhead into the jab. Let's go.
Okay, quickly change to modern.
Just blocking it out there. He's got a level 3 as a threat here, does Hurricane, if he sees a fireball, but he can actually, you can goad your opponent to doing it. This is a throw.
Yeah, it's really dangerous city right now for just the power. Not much he can use of his main tools. Gets the big
solar plex strike.
Oh, nice. Goes for a see a walk-up throw. Another tech from Hurricane. He's not ready to anti-hit this time. Not ready to stop it. This is such a great round from just the power.
No one is.
Yeah, he didn't want to deal with that Meteor Shogeki. Trying to parry something here. Drive rush to drive rush.
Tried to go for the green.
Tries to get the air to air.
Level 1 doesn't work from there, does it? Oh my word!
DP, and he gets a game in, ladies and gentlemen.
Of Jester power anti-airing. There is a lord.
Wow.
That's right. I'll call out my boy. I've known him for over 10 years. I can do it.
Oh, double trade. Nice sweep again.
Fair play, fair play.
I really like how Hurricane is so aware of the range of the throw, walking out of it. Just powering up and catching up to try to put a low or something there. Maybe drive rush.
Showing signs of life here.
Watch this guy just learn Ryu after this whole set's done.
Definitely at the end, it's going to be like a reverse 10-8.
He's going to be a master at the end of this set.
Oh, I think that could have worked.
That's done though. Yeah, I think he's done. Guaranteed. Double, triple drive rush.
Oh, that's so much damage.
And what Hurricane did there was actually really good. We were talking about, so shout outs to Profit. I think other people have done it as well. Micro walking combos to kind of recover a slither of your drive gauge. So you'll be able to do drive rush cancels 3 times instead of 2 times.
Ooh, counter hit confirmed.
Jump in.
Oh, what a jump in, but he didn't believe in it, so no button in the air.
Could have gotten a lot more because it was a punish counter, but it's better than nothing.
I think Jester's being a bit too liberal with these EX fireballs sometimes. I personally, I think in some scenarios it's a bit of a waste.
Yo, these sweeps are so clean. That's what you get because like he used to play Vega.
He knows when to sweep, which is a skill in itself.
Crispy.
If I sweep, it's always blocked. Oh, nice air to air.
You played Birdie?
Before it's SF4.
Oh, nice. Slowly getting there. Like he saw that whip earlier.
That's lights out, baby.
Right after this is guess for game.
Oh no, big drop. No, it's not.
That was huge. Should have been. It's guess for game on the other side right now. Nice. That's that interruption you spoke about. Waha. Just wait for your time and then stab light punch. Yeah. The 1, 2, 3.
the alphabet.
Really dangerous for just the power.
And yes, that's correct. Nice. You can do that, and that's going to be the game because it's the CA version, and it's going to be 9-2 to Hurricane.
Dude, that's something that most people who played Luke, I feel like, don't realize that the second hit is super cancelable.
Well, we were talking about that before, weren't we? And someone wasn't sure about it. It's like,
I wasn't sure about that actually. So
I keep forgetting myself.
All right. Potentially last game here for Hurricane to make it 10-2.
I want to see more games.
Yeah.
Oh, big whiffs.
Crouch medium. Oh, that's gonna be punished.
Opted not to convert, though.
Dude, like.
Okay. So he does recover in time from that.
It depends. Like I think if Jester had done the drive impact earlier,
the drive rush overhead
punish counter it. But since it did stand medium kick before the drive impact, it just worked out this way.
Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Dude, a lot of people just forget about that.
It's difficult.
It is. I'm not saying. I didn't say it's easy, man.
No, what's going on? He needs to get that again. Maybe one each fireball for the corner. Oh, it's too late now.
Unless Jester gets to jumping, I don't see him winning this round, to be honest.
Yeah, it's gonna look.
He's definitely not winning it now.
It's very dangerous with these EX fireballs. That can be it.
He's waiting so patiently, and
he actually spent it.
I feel like in this game, especially EX projectiles, at least from characters like Luke, Guile, and Ryu, like they're so good at finishing those rounds.
See, if that jump in was like the jumping medium kick, I'm pretty sure it would have worked.
Okay. Jump check.
But since it was a jump heavy punch and it was very deep, it didn't work.
Alright, 3-piece into the light flash knuckle. Again, just trying to find that spacing here. Hurricane's got no super, so he's allowed to throw fireballs a little bit if he wants to get Hurricane to parry and build meter so he can change up the neutral game or the pace of it. It's not looking too good.
Nice DP. Another DP from Jester. Am I dreaming?
Power classic controls, baby. Forward throw.
You reckon how many it would be with modern?
Not sure yet.
That would be a lot.
Oh, I like it. That was dangerous though. If you're too late for the crouching air push for you, I really
hold up. Let him cook.
I mean, listen,
let him cook.
Anti-S changed a lot of situations, man. It prevents a lot of things. And he's nearly got level 3 here. Goes for the sweep.
Punish.
And he tries again to get that throw. That's not you. It's unfortunate. Big momentum for Hurricane. Closing in on that third bar.
If he could get maybe like a drive rush low now, it might actually work. Gets a Denjin charge though.
Yeah, it goes for the easy conversion. Now the small conversion. It's a throw now. Any big conversion would kill that.
No, level 3, my friend.
Yeah, he could have gone for any super at that point.
But he gets interrupted and has the critical art now. Hurricane's like a hit and a half away. And it's so dangerous to throw fireballs.
Was that an anticipation or something?
Not really sure. Not really sure.
That was scary. He's actually burning. He's burning. He burned himself out, man. Don't let it end like this.
Jump out of the corner.
I think that's it.
He's dead. He's dead.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god.
He might drop it. He dropped it.
He dropped it. It doesn't matter, dude.
3 jabs.
The fact that he dropped it, that's so unfortunate.
He's going to end it there with the CA version of Pale Rider, and he's going to have a black eye to boot. And ladies
Give
and
me
gentlemen,
the 2 Luke windscreen. There it is, baby.
There it is.
Baby.
Classic controls.
Give me the 2 Lukes.
Classic controls prevail Let me tell you, you can't switch your control scheme mid-match and take the set. No, you can't. It's going to be Luke prevailing once again here on the set show for the Street Fighter 6 demo. Let me see GG's in the chat. Remember, we're all still learning, and the game's not even officially out yet. We're still having a good time. But yes, that will be the conclusion of this set. Yeah, but we still need to talk to these guys because there's a lot to still talk about with them. So hopefully you guys can stick around. That's it. The games are done. But I'll remind you on the other side of the break, we are going to take that 5-minute break. And when we come back, we'll get to hear the 101 excuses of Jester Power. And I hope not answering is one of them. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Brace yourself! Useless hero! Take force! Dynamite! Get ready! Jackhammer! Time to get serious! This is your last ride! Let's go! My beautiful body is built better!
I call upon you, great wind. Toino Ikonoi, spirit of the wind. Let yourself become one with it.
Good stuff! Wing 7! Go hard! It's over! Here we go! A jump! Just for you! Here I go! The voice of the spirit, only I can hear it.
But not the one we're looking for.
Another mission awaits.
Yeah, hey there, I do this, never fear losing. And when I get up in the game, y'all be improving. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. All dunks aside, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I've been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go.
I put that time in, my pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I'm past that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back. tell me rookie, run up on me now. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this crown. I'ma go all of the way. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this crown. To the top, see the sights, see the sights, see the sights, yeah.
All right, everyone, and welcome back. I don't know, it looks like everyone. Welcome back, everyone, to tonight's episode of Sets here featuring Jester and Hurricane. It looks like no one was actually ready to jump back on camera because Richard doesn't know how to count on time, but we'll get used to it over time. Anyway, but yes, gentlemen, can you guys hear me loud and clear, Hurricane and Jester?
Yep, loud and clear.
Right, sweet.
Yes.
Hurricane, congratulations on winning that set 10-2 there. Looks like you super comfortable with the Luke. Now, I know you've had to switch between the demo, then the open beta, then come back to the demo. Does it feel like significant changes? Is it, or is it only just combo routes that have changed?
It's just combos. It's just matter of muscle memory, basically. So the two betas that I've been playing, because I didn't play the first one, I'm just used to the combos that I've been doing, and I tried the combos that I was doing this weekend. For example, like if I'm going drive rush into 2 crush light kicks, then light punch, it does connect. But here it doesn't, for example. Or I could have just done crush jab into stun light kick, which was like a normal combo in the beta. It's not the case here, so I did drop a couple of things, but it's just muscle memory, to be honest. So I think with time, it's going to be better. Obviously, I'm not going to play Luke anyway. So.
Oh, you're not going to have him as a backup? You're just going to go full into Cammy?
No. This is not Street Fighter 5. Maybe. I strongly believe that Luke is pretty much the strongest character in the game now. For now.
Okay.
But I just don't like the look that I'm playing compared to the Street Fighter 5 one. So
okay.
First shot is gonna be, I don't know if that was gonna be your next question, but obviously my first pick is gonna be Cammy, and then we'll just see what's happening next.
Okay. Let me ask you this then. You actually went into burnout relatively quickly multiple times throughout this set, and you seem pretty comfortable doing it. Do you mind kind of walking me through your process there? What was the intention of going into burnout early, Hurricane?
That's not even like a process. I'm just trying to do star combos, and then I'm going quickly into burnout, and then I see I have meter, and I'm like, I know I'm a KOF player. I have reactions. If he tries to go with that drive impact, I'm just gonna react with super, and I got hit like say 10 times in 11. I'm like, wow, okay.
It does happen. Now, Jester.
Yo.
What happened?
Bro, my Ryu was dead. I'll tell you straight up. There's no joke, there's no lie. I mean, yeah, like I said, I learned when the demo first came out, I was like, let me test them out a little bit. But then everything I kind of learned, I just forgot. And I didn't learn that much, to be fair, anyway. But then what I did learn, I forgot it coming into this set. So didn't really have time to try and freshen up before. But, it's all good. It's all fun and games. When the game comes out officially, see me with my real character.
I get that. It'll probably be a completely different beast when you actually get the character you want to play, and you remember how to do level 3s.
Bro.
I'm not gonna lie, it was painful watching you land these hits and not do level 3.
I know, bro. I saw it with punch.
We all saw the frustration. My man tried it like 6 times at the point that he had to pause the game. And it was like, bro,
I'm moving like that developer footage, innit? That developer match when,
man, that was hilarious there indeed. Now, just that you were using sweeps a fair bit with Ryu. I mean, I think you've actually allowed me to see Ryu sweep in a different light, because I think sweeps in general have more range now in this game than they did in 5. But no, was it just something you felt that to just clip Hurricane walking backwards, that like a classic Vega thing from SF5? Is that, are you standing up, I'll clip you, or you just thought that I'll just sweep just to sweep?
Yeah, no, kind of. I mean, there was a couple times it might have been sweep just to sweep, but there was a good few times when I see like he's trying to outspace me so he can whiff punish me, get the punish counter. So try and clip him with the sweep. But It worked out sometimes, other times it didn't. But
it worked out a lot of the time. I feel like you had a really high success rate, like at least 80%. That's what I feel.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah, you did have a high percentage, and this is for me one of the things that I need to work on. I've noticed that since the beta, I'm really bad at the spacing in this game in terms of trying to whiff punish. Every time I'm like, I'm just getting the muscle memory of getting a certain range in Street Fighter 5, and I'm like, I know at this range that button's not going to touch me, and every time I'm getting clicked by a low forward or a sweep, and I'm like, oh. So I need to work a lot on that one. But obviously it's just gonna come with time.
Well, I mean, Veggie was actually talking about before the show went live. He said like whiff punishing actually might be a little bit more tricky in this game than it was in previous versions of Street Fighter. I was saying mainly because there's so many different things to think about. But I think the reason that kind of you presented there, Hurricane, is it kind of lines up with what Veggie was saying before. Now, obviously, it is early days. The game's not out yet, so it will take a while to get used to the spacing, and to remember as well, when you do with punish, you're pretty much guaranteed a punish counter like all the time. So I think it just takes a while to get used to. So I don't know if you wanted to tack on to add on anything to that, Veggie.
No, I actually wanted to ask both the players if they think that because we can see often that people are getting hit when they think they're in a safe zone, and then when they try to adjust the spacing, they're often too far to actually get the whiff punish. And I was wondering if they think that's just because it's a new game or because the range is so different from Street Fighter 5.
The two options. Basically, the range is quite different from Street Fighter 5, but like every game, when you start playing on a regular, you're just gonna get used to it. So at some point, you're gonna get used to the range, and from there, that's where you're gonna be getting better with punishing. Because I don't think with punishing, especially normals with long range, is that difficult. It's not really difficult, to be honest, but it's just about being getting used to the range. So yeah, it's quite different from Street Fighter 5, but yeah, it's just gonna be coming out with time. So
okay, what about you, Jester? Did you share the same sentiment as Hurricane, or do you feel something different about like the ranges of normals and where to space yourself in this game?
Yeah, kind of, pretty much. I feel like the range is on a lot of normals on a lot of characters, especially Guile, because I've been playing him. I'm clapping people with that crouch and medium kick differently.
Crouch medium kick or Sobat?
The crouch medium kick one.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
love
so
that.
good.
Love that. You know why as well? Because on counter hit or punish counter, you get the flash kick. And I hardly missed that.
Tell me that I'm not wrong. Into nothing actually. Crouch medium kick into flash kick was linking.
No, it's got to be counter hit or punish counter.
Yeah, counter hit or
hit so much.
And it's got to be either drive rush, counter hit, or punish counter. It, like regular hit, you get nothing. Everything else, you get something.
Nothing,
but I'm quite sure Sobat and forward light kick didn't need anything like that to combo, right?
I'm not particularly sure.
Yeah, Sobat, like just the forward Sobat, you need counter hit to get crouch and medium punch to link.
What about light?
Light.
Well, if you can get crouch and medium punch after it, then you can get a light. If it's on counter hit, of course.
No, without counter hit.
You need on the Sobat, you need counter hit to combo. On the crouch and medium kick, if you're close enough, you can jab, flash kick.
No, that's telling me I was pressing a lot of buttons.
Yeah. But anyway, enough of Guile. Anyway, let's leave that to the side. But yeah, no, the ranges. I feel like the ranges it's different to 5. I feel like a lot more normals. They have further range in this game. And as Hurricane said, it's just adapting and understanding that when you get time to go into training mode and just play and learn the ranges really. But I feel like there's further range.
Fair. Now, Hurricane, you said something interesting in one of your like mid-match talks while you were turning on the heater for Jester to warm up his hands. You said if you gravitate towards the quote-unquote broken characters, you feel lost. It's better to play a Shoto to get those fundamentals down. Is that what you attach fundamentals to? Do you attach the fundamentals to Shoto characters?
No, that's just banter. To be honest, you play whoever you like. Someone can start the game using a player started the game using Ed. And today he's literally the best player in the UK. So you get me. So you don't really need to start with a Shoto and consider this as fundamentals, because let's talk about the same player, for example.
Talk to me.
So the same player is playing Ed, and we've all been complaining about he's winning because he's pressing one button DP, one button anti, no input on that. And today he's literally playing the whole cast, and he can actually beat anyone, or at least take a game or two with literally half of the cast. It's just to show that you don't really need to start with a certain archetype of character to get better at the game. You just pick whoever you want. You want to try to understand the game with the character you enjoy playing, and then with time it's just going to be something different. So you're gonna try other characters and see. You're just gonna try to have the same approach. You're just gonna get better like this.
Yeah, because when you do play a character that you are heavily interested in or you like really enjoy, then you will learn that character. You will learn how they work within the system. You will learn the system, and you'll learn the fundamentals of said game. Obviously, there is a difference. Don't misunderstand me, Hurricane or people at home. There is a difference between fundamentals for whatever fighting game you are playing, and there are Street Fighter fundamentals, like in general. They are those fundamentals. I don't want to get that confused. Yeah, of course. But no, I like that. I like that you brought that point up there.
Can I ask then? Do you think there's any character or archetype that you can't have that translation to other characters with?
In general, or
for Hurricane, is there a specific character or archetype that if you pick them you won't be able to have this carryover?
El Fuerte.
For me,
there's Kimberly.
Wow.
To be honest, for me, I think SF5 did help me a lot because, as I said, I'm basically someone who's playing quite aggressive type of characters. I was playing DiCaprio in 4, I was playing Cammy in 5, but the first CPT I won offline, I won in grand finals. I was playing Abigail. Obviously, Abigail was broken, but you understand that you are not holding up with Abigail, right? You don't have a DP and you have to react otherwise. So it was pretty much a slow type of play with Abigail, but obviously I was playing Cammy. Or let's even talk about Problem X, who was playing Viper Street Fighter 4, who was heavily aggressive, and then he switched to Bison in 5, who is dry as hell. So you understand that there is nothing that there's no specific archetype that you need if you're committed to just learn the general fundamentals of the game, and you can use any type of any style with any character to and just feel comfortable with.
Okay, fair.
I would like to ask both of them a question. I would like to ask Hurricane and Jester, are you both using pad right now? And if so, what pad are you using? And depending on your answer, are you planning to make any switches on the pads? And we can start with Hurricane.
Okay, yes, I'm using pad. I'm using the PS4 pad because obviously I'm playing on PC. I've tried the PS5 when I had the first beta. I didn't enjoy it that much, but I know that when I start playing regularly, I'll easily switch. So it's not really a problem for me. We all went from Xbox pad to PS4 or PS3 before, so it's just depending on how long you get used to it. It's just literally 90% of the FGC now coming from pad, then stick, and now we are all levelers. So, well,
I mean, I would like to ask you, like, what didn't you specifically like about the PS5 pad? Because I'm not really a pad player myself. I'm just interested in hearing that.
100% the triggers, R2 and R2, L2, they're kind of weird to use when you press those buttons, and it's making that sound. You're like, oh, I'm breaking my pad. Well, I don't want to use it anymore. Like this is just a normal sound of the controller, but that's it.
I think if you gave the PS5 pad a little bit more time, I think you'd get used to it. I mean, you could probably ask Broski. Broski he made the swap. Well, actually, was he using a Steam controller? No, he's using a Nacon controller for the PS5 pad, but he's a huge advocate of the PS5 pad, so I don't know. Do you know Shaq still uses the PS4 pad?
He's still using PS4 pad because he's playing on PC, but the real thing is depending on the platform you're going to compete on.
Yes.
Just to try to avoid getting converters, I'm going to switch to the pad accordingly. Yeah.
Okay. No, I definitely respect that. That's actually a good choice.
A smart move.
Jester, what about you? Are you still using the PS4 pad, or have you made a swap?
Boy, you know what? Sorry, I'm just taken away. I'm just watching this appalling performance.
You'll get over it, bro.
Wow.
Hey, listen. Sometimes you got listen. No, do you know what? I like you brought that up. Just off top real quick. I like you brought it up because you know what you're doing. We're forcing you to watch this. Other people won't do that. off their own will. They won't do that. They'll just go, I don't like Luke. And it's like, okay, did you watch it back? No, because I don't know where the replay system is in CFN, but...
I don't need to watch my replays, man. I know exactly what I did.
Yeah, right. Anyway, you still using PS4 pad or you swapped over to PS5?
Yeah, no, I'm on the... So, well, today I was on the PS4 pad, but for, like, when I was playing the beta, I'm on the Xbox.
Oh, okay. What,
Xbox.
have you got the Xbox Series S?
Yeah, Xbox Series S. Got it last... Alright, I'll try and make this quick. Last year, October, on my birthday, that's when the first beta came out, I believe.
Okay.
So, shouts to my wife, my brother, and my boy, NNE Strikes. Yeah, they basically got me the Xbox S. So, I was able to jump on and play, get involved in the beta, because obviously it's not on the PlayStation 4. It hasn't ever been on the PlayStation 4. I don't think it'll
Okay,
beta.
so they got you a next gen. Okay.
Yeah, so I could take part in it. So yeah, man, love for that. Using the Xbox S Series pad. Obviously on 4, I used to use Xbox 360 pad, and then when 5 came out, it was exclusive on PlayStation, so I went back to the PS pad, and then now I'm back on the Xbox again. There's a couple things I was like, yo, the analog stick, I love it on the Xbox. I'm like, yeah, I'm back. And then there's other things I'm like, oh boy, batteries, back to batteries.
Oh,
no
yeah.
way. Yeah, you could. Because obviously PS you can just put your wire in.
Yeah.
The Xbox is batteries, bro.
Swear.
So boy, I believe I've got a good few batteries ready for the launch of the game.
I didn't even know that.
Stand by. So I'm gonna be burning through those batteries. But I'm gonna look into a wide one. And also, I don't actually like the analog on the S anymore on the Series S. So I've actually started using the D-pad, which I wasn't a fan of, but
okay.
Nah,
I'm actually preferring.
You know what? Just get your PS4 and a converter. Battery, bro. Imagine you're going evil. You're like last game, last round.
No, let me get my double A's real quick.
last game, last round. Like on the way to top 8 for evil, bro. And that battery dies, bro.
Oh no! Plus goes into mine.
There's a couple things, man. It's like getting used to the Xbox interfaces again as well. Like all of that is just different. So yeah.
No, that's it. I think you're the only one that's on the Series S.
That's
everybody
really
else I know.
actually.
They've been playing on either PlayStation because of Street Fighter 5 obviously, or they've got a PC. But obviously, again, because your real life situation, it's vastly different from the vast majority of people. So you can't just necessarily let me buy a gaming PC.
Yeah.
I like shout out to everyone that was involved in getting the next gen, because that's actually good. Because
man, it's wicked gift, man. Nice
at some point. I'm not saying this to Jester, I'm just saying it in general. At some point, people are going to have to make the shift anyway. Like, whether you like it or not, you're going to have to make the shift. Whether it will be to the Xbox Series S or X, PlayStation 5 or PC. I think a lot of people were vouch for a PC, but again, the fact that he mentioned he still needs AA batteries is a bit of a deterrent.
Yeah, bro, trust me, I messaged my bro, shout out my brother, and I was like, look, a couple things on the list, get your Xbox membership. Go down to Asda's or wherever you want to go, mate. Get your batteries. Get a pack of batteries. Good few packs. And then there was something else. Yeah, I think it was streaming, innit? You got because obviously my stream's linked to my PlayStation. I need to switch it over to my Xbox. Like,
wow, there's actually a lot of logistics that you need to.
Logistics going
okay, let me ask you this then, because I think a conundrum you're gonna bump into is if you're playing Xbox at home, you go to an event. Because if it's console on PlayStation, if they're running on PCs, then you just bring over the wired Xbox pad, because Steam should pick up all the vast majority of controllers these days. But if it's like a PlayStation event, then oh boy,
bro. If it's PC, sorry, if it's PC, I'm probably gonna just rock this. I'll rock my PS4 pad.
Okay.
If it's obviously it's Xbox, I'm fine. If it's PS5. Then I might just have to copy PS5 pad on the side just for that.
I think you should, just as an investment move.
And that was actually going to be my next question. Like, are you actually prepared to use multiple controllers?
That's
because
the thing,
like the console might switch depending on the event.
On the events, yeah. I thought about it, and that's my plan base. I just got to see. I just got to find out. Even like, for example, versus fighting.
I feel it out.
I don't know what that's going to be on yet, but I'm going to that. But I don't know what it's going to be on yet, so I've got. Once it's announced, then I'll make the adjustments and do what I need to do. Sorry, one more thing, by the way. Can't forget this.
Please.
The other thing about the Xbox pad, it's a lot noisier than this, mate.
In terms of
when you're pressing those buttons, those triggers, everything, it's a lot noisier. And if my son falls asleep next to me,
he's waking up. Guaranteed.
It's long. it's long, it's too noisy basically. So that's the other thing. I'm like,
you're definitely losing 2 games in game and out of the game.
I'm saying I can't beat it with my baby daughter and pressing there, but it's too noisy. It's too noisy. By the way, be aware that it's sometimes why you might be beating me because I got my daughter in my lap.
Oh, so if we get a couple of games if we get a couple of games at like 3 in the morning, I'll be like, okay, Jester's taking care of the little one.
So I'm saying she's just woken up, fed her, got her back to sleep.
Get your excuses in now before the game comes out, people. Find any excuse, note it down. It's like, okay, you know what, family member duties, you know what I mean.
Trust me.
Have you thought about getting just the converter for the PS4 pad that goes to, like, I don't know if they exist yet, but that goes to older systems, since you prefer the PS4 pad? Because it sounds to me, I don't know what you think, very difficult to continuously swap between PS4, PS5 and Xbox Series S pad.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, right, Becky? Yeah, I've looked into the converters as well. I think there's a Wingman, I think it's called Wingman, but I'm not too sure how that works. I need to check it out. I think they've launched like a new converter, but yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Right, have we got any more questions regarding the set? When I ask these guys, we're going to move on to other SF6 related questions.
I'm ready to move on to other questions.
Move on to more questions about Street Fighter 6 in general.
Okay, right, gentlemen, the first thing I want to ask you guys is online training mode. It's coming back to Street Fighter. What do you think, Hurricane? You going to be fully utilizing online training mode when the game drops?
Yes, I will be, because as I said, I'm using a lot of training mode, and obviously I do talk to some players, and we do of the fact that we were using, unfortunately, only Battle Launch in Street Fighter 5. It will be much easier now if you use online training in 6, because we're going to be learning what to do and what not to do in certain scenarios. And yeah, I'm gonna use it. I'm using that in KOF already, so I'm gonna use it here as well.
Okay, Jester, what about you? I think it might actually be much more useful for you, especially late at night.
Yeah, online training. Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm gonna be utilizing that for sure. Yeah, I'll be using it. You know, shout out. Basically, I've got a few boys that are looking to get into the game a lot more, get into the scene a lot more, come out to a few events. I mean, Jammies, you know one of the guys I'm talking about, Sir Black, aka Drezzy.
Oh, is he gonna get out of his house now?
Oh, the dad.
Well, we'll see. But yeah, hopefully
he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I've known that guy since 2008. He's still a clown.
So hopefully, online training as well. To my fellow potential DJ players, hopefully it'll be similar to, the whole Vega squad, how we held it down. We used to, level up together, share a lot of things. So hopefully we can get that going with online training mode as well. So yeah, man, I'll be utilizing it.
Yeah, on the other hand, I think online training is gonna help me in my spare time to finally get out of that laziness of not streaming or not creating any content. So I did had the opportunity to help some players, but obviously there was no training. So what we had to do when you're trying to do something like coaching and stuff like that, you have to focus on watching only the replays and talk to the person either on Discord or if you're streaming. But now with online training, obviously you can just be with the person you're trying to help, and it's just going to be like, alright, dude, this is what you have to do in this situation, or this is how you have to act. So that's pretty much going to help a lot of people, especially content creators or people who are like willing to coach.
Okay, no, I agree with that. Now, you did bring this up. This wasn't on my list, but we'll bring it up anyway, because you did mention content creation. Now, obviously, both of you actually heavily encouraged to stream a lot back in Street Fighter 5. Obviously, time constraints. Streaming is not something, it's not pick up and play. You actually know there's a lot of logistics behind this stuff, especially when a clean stream. I have said in the past before that content creation or streaming is not for everybody. Everybody wants to know you and your personality, but what you'd ideally want is it's like, okay, because you can turn on the stream, you get 10 people, but ideally some people want thousands of people watching them during the training session. I think you really have to build up to that, and it's not easy, especially in an oversaturated environment. Now, later down the line, again, Hurricane, if you get clients to help you in terms of saying, Hurricane, I need your advice on Cami or whatever for online training mode, that's easy. Turn on the stream, or even Discord screen share. Discord screen share, you chat to them there, do whatever, you make content and put it on YouTube. It's just that if you are going to go into this, both of you guys and people at home, if you are going to go into this content creation sphere, have a goal in mind. I don't care if it's small or big, because some people do start content creation. They spend a lot of money on this stuff, and they'll spend like $5,000 or whatever, and they just get 5 views and they think, why is this not working? They should have got me instant results. That's not quite how it works.
Yeah.
You guys have already got somewhat of an audience on social media, so you just need to build from that and there. And again, with how your real life schedules are panning out, streaming takes a long time. So even if you can get that hour of streaming and put in that content and then build on that, heck, even ask Veggie. Veggie's in the midst of like getting bigger and better. So again, I think a lot of people need to definitely consider and talk to one another about content creation. I mean, Veggie, you got anything to tack onto that?
No, I feel like, I'm still like below 100 viewers on most of my streams. Sometimes higher, but most of the time like a lot below that. And lately, I feel like there's been less viewers than like last year this time. It's probably because people are waiting for the next game, which is going to be very interesting to watch. But I think that when you focus on viewers and seeing, oh, yesterday at this time I had 25 viewers, today I have 19 viewers, that just takes the fun out of it. So I started enjoying streaming a lot when I just and there were some people that came in every day or most days, and we were just like they liked the way I was talking or joking or singing or whatever. And then just focus on that, like having people companions when you're actually playing the game, and then just let it happen on itself, I guess.
Okay, oh, cool. Sound advice there. Now, my next question I want to ask the both of you. We'll get Jester's answer on this first. Now, FGC Translated uploaded a video a little while ago with one of Daigo's streams talking about Drive Rush. He said it was a bit too versatile because it does a lot of things. Do you agree with that opinion? Do you think Drive Rush, from what you've experienced, do you think it's a bit too versatile? Or do you think it's fine as it is?
Yeah, you know what? I think it is very versatile. You can do quite a bit with it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really dug deep into it fully yet. But I don't know. Over time, I don't know if everyone's going to still feel that same way about it, because we still need. There's still so much more to come from this game, I feel.
Well, remember, it's not even out yet. So
that's the thing. And look, if you look at Street Fighter 5, and people are still discovering tech. Many years down the line. I thought I found a Vega combo where he could switch claw mid combo, and that was only last year when I found that. Like, there's always stuff to discover and figure out. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like it how it is, to be fair. But yeah, we'll just got to see where it goes.
Okay, Hurricane. What about you? Do you think it's a bit too versatile?
No. I think it's fine. I actually think it's fine. You are not getting the biggest reward ever for doing very long combos. It really depends on the situation, to be honest, because as you saw, it's better to be spending all your metal, for example, for drive rush, when you know that combo is going to kill and you don't need to spend the buff for level 1 or whatever. So yeah, at some point it's good as it is. And also on the defensive side, you've got a lot of tools in terms of defense. It's all about hard reads as well, because if you are blocking a move into drive rush, you have to, well, guess. Are you going to parry? Are you going to tech through? Are you going to parry? Are you going to reversal or drive reversals? You've got options still. Same thing as drive impact. Honestly, you always have a solution to something, unless you're getting burned out, and then that's your own fault anyway. Why did you get burned out? So.
I mean, there's purposely putting yourself in burnout, and there's been put in burnout, not of your own volition. There's a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, there is, but I think you can try and avoid it, but we still don't know how to deal with that, because from what I've seen, a lot of us are not using drive reversal, for example.
Yes.
And we are all keeping that meter because we're trying to do big punishes, or we're trying to use the EX bars for like normal reversals like EX DPs and that, where we still got drive reversals. So if you're trying to avoid getting in the corner, for example, with Kimberly and her madness, just reversals. Get off me. Let's go back to neutral and let's play the game again, and let me get off the corner. So
absolutely,
yeah, there are some options. So yeah, you can avoid being on burnout if you use your meter on a very really smart way.
Okay, no, interesting. I like that. I like both of you guys' opinions. Again, I like to ask people because, again, some people might think it's too versatile, some people think it's fine. Again, I like the mixture of opinions there. We always like to collect this data on this stuff. Right, the next thing I want to ask you both is what's the roadmap looking like for you guys in terms of traveling this year? Obviously, Jester, you mentioned versus fighting. Now, there have been partial details of the CPT, at least in terms of how to qualify for the Cup. We still need to await more details on that. But are you guys looking to strictly travel to CPT events, or are we going to be focused more on the online side of things, or are we going to try and go to as many events as possible on and off the CPT circuit? Hurricane, we'll ask you first.
All right. Looking at how CPT is scheduled this year, we've got more online and offline from what I've seen, right?
Yeah.
So we've got
I think there's definitely a huge focus on online stuff.
Yeah. I think we've got like only 3 offline premieres, including Evo, and the rest is pretty much like it's going to be pretty much like regional, as we did for the last year of Street Fighter 5. Some point I wanted to see more offline, even though I'm not sure to enter because obviously my situation. As I said, joining the family man gang, so it's not going to be easy to travel again. I don't know how Vicky does that, but respect. Yeah, so I'm gonna focus mostly on online because it's much easier for us. Not only for family members, for all other players who are actually legit good at fighting games and they don't have the opportunity to travel, because to travel obviously you need money, and so if you're not sponsored, you need to use your own money, and if you don't have money, you're just gonna be on Twitch. So obviously, yeah. So the only thing is you're giving the opportunity to everyone to get a spot, to get a chance to qualify, because they have the ability to do that. So it's actually good. I don't like the format, but I wish we had a little bit more offline, because that's where we come from. That's what we enjoy most.
I like that answer. Jester, what about you?
Listen, mate, I'm in there like swimwear. Yeah, I'm everywhere.
Okay then.
I'm everywhere. No, I'm joking. No. I wish I could be. I wish I could be, to be honest. Like, yeah, I wish I could be. I wish I could be. At least for 1 year, but this year's not the year for it. As I said, like, my youngest is turning 1 this July.
Hey.
So yeah, I'm not too sure about the roadmap this year. As I said, versus fighting, a few obviously local tournaments.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah,
sort of thing. Online, if I can, it depends. But yeah, I'm not too sure what the roadmap is actually looking like for this year. So
okay,
we'll see.
That's fine.
You can still chat to Mrs. and say, listen, babe, there is $1 million on the line, So.
Well, listen, you guys know in every relationship there needs to be some sort of compromise. You just need to work on your compromisation skills. You need to actually wager something pretty good. Remember, our community manager, Richard, he went on holiday with his family before the game came out. Smart move. Veggie did the exact same thing. It's a compromise. I'll do what you want. You got to let me do what I want at some point.
Exactly.
I mean, it's pretty simple, because you're going to be like, listen, I need this weekend off because I'm coming back home with $1 million. So, is that fine? Is that fine?
1 in 48 chance, but you can convince them that you're in the running for it. It's a bit different. But you know what? Leading on to that, right, we'll get to the CPT question in a second. So obviously both of you participated in the World Warriors last year. I don't think you were entered as many as you'd want to, but I wanted to ask you both. I like to ask this. The World Warrior is coming back. Do you think it should stay the exact same way in terms of how it was designed last year? So you do 5 ranking events and then you all qualify for regional finals and someone qualifies. You make some slight changes to how someone qualifies through the World Warrior. Hurricane, will go you first.
I'm not going to change it for me. The 5 tournaments was a good format. I didn't have the chance to play all of them. I just played the first one where I lost to Ending Walker in the grand finals. I was obviously in Africa for that period. But yeah, the format for me is perfect.
Okay.
Why? Because you have maybe because I'm getting used to play a little bit too much Saltman League, so that you get to the point where you have to qualify to get into that top 8, and then obviously the winner is taking all.
Right, I see what you mean.
Maybe it's just because of that format, but at some point it's also good. It's because people were shout out to Full Fields, because my boy had to prove a point first of all by winning 2 CPTs on PS4 and on PC. But the first time he won, there was a little bit of noise about the fact that he qualified for Capcom Cup off one tournament.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you understand?
Yep.
So now with War Warrior, you're still gonna qualify in top 8 of one tournament, but to get to that top 8, you need to get the points, right? So if you have any excuse about winning one tournament and qualifying, where you have 5 chances to only make top 8, that's your fault.
Is that a skill issue? Yes, is it your problem? Skill
Definitely, this is a skill issue. You can't be saying that you lost because it was laggy 5 times. You are lying, man. You were just not good.
Okay.
Yeah,
no.
so I don't love the format.
Okay, no, I like that. Jester, what about you? Do you like how the format was presented last year, or would you make any slight changes towards it?
Yeah, I think the introduction of the World Warrior was sick, man. Yeah, I thought it was really nice to have it. I think the way it worked, the way it works. Yeah, I think I can't remember if I took part in.
I think you took part. Yeah, I think 3.
Yeah, possibly 3 out of 5. No, yeah, for me, that's another opportunity. Do you know what I mean? That's another way in. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the way it is.
Okay, love that. Right, now, I like asking this question because we get a little bit of a divide with this one. So, they've already announced how you're going to be getting into the cup. There's 48 players. You got to go through all these qualifications. Obviously, there's a huge influence or a heavy impact with the online way of qualifying than the offline way. But in terms of the finals itself, what would you both rather have? What would you prefer? We'll get Jester's opinion on this first. Would you prefer the pre-pandemic format, 32 of the world's best players, the leaderboard system, or this new format, which is kind of like a World Cup style? You qualify for very different ways, like the World Cup. We put you in different groups, and the top 2 make it out for a knockout stage. Which one do you prefer personally?
I see what you mean. Like how it was just gone, right? The Capcom Cup just gone.
So the new format, which has just gone 48 players, like the World Cup style group stages, then the top 2 out of each group make it into a world knockout stage. Or do you prefer 2019 in the past? 32 of the world's best players. They qualify for the finals with the point system, and they all just go at it.
Now, you know what?
Talk to me.
I can't lie. I did like the format for this new one here that just happened.
Okay.
Just I give you an example. To see shout out Lizard Tourniquet, fellow Vega player. To see him in the group and then see the players in his group and see who he's going to play. Obviously, Endon Walker was in there as well. I was like, yo, this is sick. He's going to play this person. He's going to play that person. I get to see, like, how he performs against them. I was hyped for that. I was excited for that. So, yeah, I really do like this format. Whereas if it was the other way, he may have not run into those players. Because there's more games, isn't it, really, this way? There's more games.
Yeah, obviously, because the CPT was over a week long instead of a weekend. They did stretch out the games over time, but I think that's definitely something that was new to them because it's a new format, it's a new time schedule, and you don't know how it's actually going to pan out. But no, because a lot of people they had their reservations about the new format at first, but I can tell you this from being at the Cup. A lot of people who did have their reservations when they were at the Cup, this is actually better than I thought it would be, because when it panned out, there were some matches that you didn't expect that would. You thought a favourite was there, but it wasn't. Juninho almost beat the crap out of Ending Walker, but that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't this format, right? Yeah. We almost had Mirkin beat Mena. You almost had that 2-1. Obviously, we had Tourniquet do his work there. We had Veggie do some work in his group, who's close to getting out, but he couldn't. So there was things that were there that, because again, at the end of the day, it's the thrill of the entertainment. Exactly. And sometimes with the 32 world's best players, you get the pinnacle of Street Fighter, but you don't get that surprise entertainment factor. Because sometimes you want to throw a spanner in the works, have an upset here and there. and there was upsets littered in all the groups, but you just didn't really expect it.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
I like that.
As a spectator, you want the upsets, you want the entertainment as well. You know, it's just like when I go on YouTube and I see a match uploaded, I love watching a match that goes right down to the wire. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if I was a channel that was like dedicated to just uploading matches, I would try and get those matches where it goes right down to the wire. Because as a spectator watching, I'm like, yo, who's gonna? Yeah, they should. Because if I had the time, I would do it myself. But I love those. I love it when I see that sort of match. It's like right down to the wire. Who's gonna take this? It's been a great set. Who's gonna take it? So,
Hurricane, what about you? Pre-pandemic format, 32 the world's best players, or this new format that happened?
I actually like the new format.
Okay.
One reason is just the same as Jester. More games, the opportunity to see more matches, and to see like you have time to make some analysis to see there's some games that you've been dreaming to watch that, or some new players to like. Express themselves against the cream de la cream. You see, another thing is, I'm sorry, I'm really much about statements now, because I didn't used to be like this, but now I'm pretty much about proving points.
Okay.
For me, I love this format as well because it's group stage, right?
Yeah.
So you see that there is a group where there is like favorites, and there's like some people who qualified again because it's been said, yeah, it was online, he couldn't do that if it was offline, whatever. And then the same guy who is coming from online with like 1 or 2 tournaments offline or no tournament at all qualifies amongst the killers that have been grinding the game for like 7 years or whatever. And then what's the excuse now?
Okay.
So if you so now if you can't make it out, because it's like 2 players making out of the pool of like 6 or I don't know how many players were each one.
I think it was 6.
I think it was 6.
Yeah.
6 in a group, 2 make it out.
If you're one of the favorites in the group and you can't make it out, you have no excuse. So either you're not prepared, either you have to be on Twitter moaning about something, but you need to go back to lab. That's the thing. So now you have to. There is a point to prove. So I love this. I love this format. So I really want to see more of that. Okay. Yes, Ovar, do you have something to say?
No, I was gonna. I was like lining up for the next question.
Okay, because
I was going to align like a Nordic person.
No, you know what? We have 2 people in favour of the new format. Okay, now I do like the back and forth because there are points for and against both formats, and obviously there were. I think that the opinions have slightly changed in this new format because we've had a Capcom Cup where it's actually happened. Instead of you just reading about it, it's actually, you've read about it, it's happened, and now you can kind of change your opinion in regards to how it worked. Because everyone remembers how the old format worked. You've seen this one in full effect now, and it's like, okay, I like the back and forth there, but we have 2 people in favour of the new format. I like that. Now, let's present a hypothetical. Jester, you first.
You.
Headlines on all the newspapers, the Guardian, the Sun, the Metro, whatever you want to call it. Just the power. $1 million winner, Street Fighter 6. What are you doing with that money?
What am I doing with the money?
What would you do with that money?
Boy.
Would you buy another pad?
Maybe 2.
Yeah, man. Nah, I mean, it's gonna be along the lines of investing. Obviously looking after the wife and kids a bit with it as well. Family, mum, mumsy, pups, siblings, PC. Yeah.
Okay.
Finally join, the PC. Yeah. Just a couple things off the top of the head, really.
I like that. Supporting everyone that supported you in the safe investments. I like that. We had one guy who said he's going to party all the time. That's a bit dangerous. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hurricane, what about you? What would you do if you won the $1 million?
Of course, the first thing is family. You have to secure the family, the wife. I have a future Hurricane coming, so he has to be ready. And obviously that's the first thing. The second thing is I've started something since I've been competing, which is trying to boost my community in Africa. So obviously, even if I can help financially, because I've been helping on the other way, but now I'll be able to get to give some financial help. It's not only gonna be like Cameroon, but it's gonna be like some places in Africa, because I know they might need some help. Maybe it's got all of just a simple thing, equipment, for example. Yeah, if I can help out with buying some, because we do have sick players, but some of these players in Africa they don't have the equipment. They don't even have consoles, but they are just good at games. So this is already one point that I can help with, and then I know one day it's gonna be my turn to be a stream monster, and I will be enjoying seeing someone else putting the any African country on the map. So yeah.
No, I like that. Right, Veggie, Ovar, you got any other questions you wanna ask?
Yeah. How do you see your style work in Street Fighter 6? Do you think the game complements your style, or do you think it's even a game where you need to have a style? Like, or is it more free flow? We can start with Hurricane. My style, I think I've mentioned it earlier when I started the stream. Aggressive style, so I enjoy it. It's still gonna be the same thing. Frame there are mind games, but it's not a sleeping game, which I enjoy. I like going in, but you have to go in on the smart way. So yeah, that's just what I enjoy about the game.
Okay.
And obviously, I'm going to be picking the character that everyone hates. Get ready, all of you who smoked me this weekend with my 2 cents look. I'm going to get my camera ready for you, and let's see how it goes.
All right, Jester, what about you? You think your play style's going to work in this game? Or do you think you have to make some major adjustment?
No, I think my play style can still work. I think patient, methodical play style can still work. Especially with certain characters. Guile, I think it can work with Guile. DJ might be different, but DJ might be similar to my Vega in a sense, where you can go in when the time is right, and you can still play kind of dry at the same time.
Okay.
Listen, my brother, patience against Kimberly. You might need some Red Bull before, You need to be proper focused, because she's all over the screen,
Yeah, she is. Yeah, that's a different story, isn't it?
I mean, you like those kind of characters, Hurricane, don't you? Zip lining all over the screen, not staying on the ground.
That's what I was saying. I don't think you've ever seen a character a player who likes doing something and is getting hit by the same thing he does to people. So yeah, obviously I like rushing down people. I don't like to get rushed.
Listen, he's been 100% honest with himself.
Would you consider Kimberly though, if for instance Cammy doesn't work out?
I'm not really, because if I was thinking about Kimberly, I would have played Guy in full, or even no, Zeku is a little bit different from Guy and Kimberly, but I don't know. I just don't like the style, because obviously, as I said, I like playing aggressive style, but Kimberly.
Thinking about this.
I think you can play aggressive, but she is so aggressive, and from the point of view of the players that I've been facing, they are playing so focused on the offense that they forgot that there is defense. So basically, Kimberly's I've just been trolling on Twitter recently. The round start is triple jab, wake up triple jab, drive rushes to triple jab. So literally they always press the square button or the light button. They do that in every single situation. So basically you block with triple jab as well. So you see at this point you forget how to block. You forget everything about defense, and you are so focused on offense, because this is how the character is designed. And I feel like even though I like playing smart, I might be doing the same mistakes if I pick Kimberly. That's why I'm just not interested.
I get it.
Okay, fair.
I actually have one more question for both of you. I just wanted to know, since we're so close to the launch of the game, only like 10 days or something, like, what are your plans for the launch? Do you have like an offline event you're going on the launch day, or like what is the first 2 hours of the launch day gonna look like for you?
You want to start?
You know what? Yeah, let me jump on this one. Because Abalha, sorry, that is a very good question. Very good question. I like that one. I've got time off. I've got time off from work. Yeah, I'm off from the
Perfect.
2nd. Perfect. I'm off from the 2nd, and I don't go back until the 12th. So I got a week off.
Hey,
man,
okay, solid
annual leave, man. I mean, for me, it was a case of I don't want to have to be jumping on in the evening, basically.
Yeah, I get that.
I want when the wife's gone to work, the kids are at school, nursery.
Yeah,
I want to be able to just
clean 6 hours.
All that time for yourself.
And I was like, let me set this up. And then I'm looking to kind of put a date in the calendar already with the boys to link up on the following Friday when it comes out, so on the 9th. We're going to try and get together and have a session, share our ideas, our thoughts on what we think of the game far, characters and all that. So yeah, shout out the guys there. I'll probably mention them later, but yeah. So that's the plan. That's the plan, really. And just dive into it, man. Dive into it. See what DJ's saying. Maybe check out a little bit JP, Guile, still there on standby, but also see what changes as well, because the beta might be quite. It's going to be, probably going to be quite different to when it comes out. So, yeah.
Okay, Hurricane. What about you? Launch day plans.
So launch day plans. First thing is, my dear wife, I know you're watching. You already know that this day, don't even call me.
I like that. No, respect.
This is my day.
No, he set the mark. He set the boundaries. He said on this day.
No, she knows. This is my day.
Saying it in
this
advance.
second, I'm playing Street Fighter 6. You know that. Now, if my boss is watching, my dear boss, just to let you know, I'll be sick on the second. So you won't see me at the office. It's done.
Oh my
so
shoulder.
See,
you need to be very careful.
I'm not. I'm very honest. So if
I'm pretty sure your boss is honest when they say
that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's watching, but I'm sick on Friday the 2nd. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to be there. See you on Monday. That's it.
And some bosses are very honest, saying, you know what, just don't come back on Monday.
So good.
No, well, I'm never sick. I'm always coming. I've never taken days off. I've not taken a single day off since I've started. So I'm sick that day. I'm automatically sick on the 2nd. It's not. I'm not talking about a leave. I'm talking about being sick. So that's gonna be a sick day.
I know what it is.
Never sick, but the second.
The way you explained it to me, you think out of morality. Just because you show up to work 364 days of the year, you get the 367 days.
It is what it is. Yeah, and
absolutely deserved.
Yeah, and then in terms of tournament,
don't follow this advice, people. This is bad advice. Don't do it.
Well, anyone is holding anyone is responsible to hold his own cross, so I'm holding mine. Yeah.
Do you know what? Can't say anything to that.
Oh man, I love you guys.
Yeah, so in terms of tournament, there is Meltdown. I think the London man knows that we had a place where Meltdown London basically. They're hosting a tournament the next day, so the 3rd, which is a Saturday.
Oh yeah, there is, isn't it?
Yeah, there is. I think it's a 64-man tournament. So if there is still some spots, you can just try to get in and get a chance to play. Obviously, it's not about the money because there is £800 on the line. But I'm not going for the money because it's day one. There is no way.
You're the janitor when it comes to clean up.
Because
money.
No. The reason why I'm saying it's not about the money is because if I was going for the money, I would have played Luke, right? But I'm going with Cammy.
Okay.
I'm going 100% with Cammy. I'm not gonna play Luke. Obviously, I want to play offline. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'll do. So I'll get my Friday. I'll try to play the character I wanted to play. Obviously, I'll try other characters. Everyone is excited to try all the characters. So, but then the next day, I'm going fully Cammy if I enjoy the character, which I think I will do. Yeah, so that's going to be the first tournament that I will have to do offline that Saturday, and then let's see what's announced next.
All right, I like that. Right, my last.
You know what?
Oh,
sorry, Jay. I got to jump on because Hurricane said something very important.
Go for it.
He said his dear wife that's watching. She knows he's gonna be missing. I'm gonna say I've got a big calendar at home in the wall. Yeah.
So listen, this day here,
SF6 drops. Yeah, I'm thinking of actually printing a picture, and just slapping it on the door.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Either stick it on the mirror in the bathroom or stick it on the fridge. I know look, because they're two places. I'm not even trying to like just be an idiot here. They're two places women go to in the house: the mirror in the bathroom and the fridge. They'll go to them places, guaranteed. Stick it on the front, big red writing. Street Fighter 6 drops. You know what it is. That's it.
I'm saying. Listen, I'm gonna be missing MIA.
But nah, all right. Gentlemen, I've got to hit you with my last question tonight. So the Red Bull Kumite is coming. Who would you want to see in the cage if they're not already announced? Jester, you first.
Okay, yeah, man, that's looking sick. South Africa as well. Boy, who would I like to see that's not already on the list so far?
Yeah, because so I believe it is Justin Wong, Takido, Mena RD, Jabi M, Gachi-kun, Idom, Mr. Crimson, and NL. So who would you want to see in the cage that's not already announced? Any player?
So that event's on the 1st and 2nd of July, I think,
yes.
Isn't it? So it's like a month after the game comes out.
Yep.
Boy, I don't know. Might want to see a few crackers on there. Want to see some good gameplay display. You know what I mean? But no, people's gonna be good after a month, though. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't really know who I want to see on there. Let me see. Actually, I'll tell you what, a name that hasn't been announced yet, obviously. I don't know if he is going to be part of it, but Problem did win a Red Bull before. So it would be nice to see him on there as well. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? That would logically make sense because now I think about it, Crimson must be there because he won Red Bull Kumite London.
London, yeah.
Okay. Now I think about it, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so definitely would like to see him on there. And then, I don't know. I don't really know who else, No one else from the top of my head, really.
No, fair play. Hurricane, what about you? Is there anyone that hasn't been announced that you'd like to see as part of the cage that'd be good for the Red Bull Kumite?
Okay, a couple of them.
Go for it.
Obviously, I was thinking about Problem because he won Red Bull Kumite. So this is like, for me, logical that he's getting a spot there. And now, I want to see one of the players I like watching the most in general. This is Infectious. I don't know who is going to play in 6, but I just want to see Infectious.
Okay.
That's the first one. The two others that I was thinking about, obviously, are the Birds. Big Bird and Angry Bird.
Okay.
They can play any. You can see Big Bird and Angry Bird playing Dawson, and you enjoy watching them play. Because they have their own style and it just fits them, and they're really sick playing the characters. So I don't need to talk about how they play Ken. We've all seen how they play Ken. So obviously I want to see that Ken there from either one of them or both. Okay. And the last I'm thinking about is not a specific player, but I wish we could get a second African player.
Okay. No, I can.
Yeah, we've got JBM already.
I think that makes sense. Having at least, obviously, one to defend home turf, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Another one, that's not far fetched at all. I think that's actually a good consideration. I mean, off the top of your head, just a personal favorite, if you have one, who would you think would be fitting in the cage though, as an African player?
As an African player,
yeah. If you can think of one.
I don't know if you guys been saying the guy from my country that I've been trying to help getting some spotlight, a Rashid player. We went together at Southeast Asian Major in 2019. He was playing Rashid.
Okay.
I did upload a couple of videos of his games back then when I went there, where he almost made it out of fools, but he lost to Shanghai 2-1 and then lost to Mizuha. But he did pretty well. Originally, he's a KOF player just like me. He's the best. He's the best in the country as well as Street Fighter. And in 4, he was the best in Street Fighter 4. He was playing Guy. Okay. I'm mourning a lot already about Kimberly, and you can imagine Guy and Kimberly are pretty much the same. I played him this Saturday. I was about to break my pad.
I mean, all right, listen, word to the wise, be careful about breaking your pads. They're very expensive these days.
Yeah, very
like
expensive. That's what happens.
So you might want to reconsider throwing your pad at the floor.
So
get a stress ball.
So the
stress balls help.
So the player's name is HSN. I really want to see him there. Obviously it's day one. Everyone is still trying to learn the game, but from what I've seen this weekend, if you are sleeping on him, you are done.
Okay. Okay. Right.
I want to quickly tag something on actually. You just reminded me. Infectious. I haven't heard nothing from him from a while. It seems like he's been really quiet. So it would be interesting to see what he's saying when the game comes out.
I kind of look at Infectious as a lion in wait.
Yeah.
Like he's just waiting for the next title, and I think you both know as well as I do. It's when he's like he's not super in everybody's faces, but when he's out and about, you'll know about it.
Yeah.
Because again, we don't know what character interests him. We don't even know if he's going to like SF6. That's how deep it goes with the UK scene in Infectious. We don't even know if he likes SF6, but I can almost bet you money on it that he will be playing on it.
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah.
In due time, I think we'll know. But again, I think this is just me personally. Sometimes I feel his inactiveness works against him because he's not inactive. He might not be considered. People have to remind everyone. It's like Infectious is there, and it's like obviously the scene won't forget, but people might go, who's this guy in the cage? I never heard of him the last year in SF5 was like he's been around for quite a long time over it. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully he will play the game and he'll hit the ground running when it comes out. Hey, he might be a Geef main at the start like he was in Season 1 Street Fighter 5.
We'll see.
Definitely see.
Right. Sorry, the other thing was my mind was blank at the time when you asked, but because I've been using Gal a lot, I would love to see a Gal player on there.
Okay.
Because I don't know if any of the guys that are on there so far, I don't know if any of them are Guile players for the beta,
they're not attached to Guile.
So obviously things might change when the game comes out and all the characters there, but I would like to see. Obviously I'm looking at DJ, but I don't know. It would be sick to get sick DJ on there, but at the moment I would like to see Knuckle do, because I've been watching his Guile during the beta, so it'd be sick to see him on there. And I like personality as well. I like a character as well. I like a performance. So I'm actually gonna obviously repping the Guile as well. It would be mad. It would be sick to see Hamza the Daddy on there as well.
I think he'd do well in the Kumite environment.
Yeah.
Has he ever been to? No, he's never been in the cage. I think he's been to an LCQ. I don't think he's been in the cage, has he?
No.
As far as my memory remembers, I don't think so. I'd have to go double check. But no, there's actually good calls.
As a Guile player and performance-wise, he kind of wears his heart in his sleeve.
Yeah,
it would be sick to. I think he'll put on a good show. And I like. I said it earlier. I like entertainment. I like a show. So.
Or what if they also add like a proper young prodigy that we've seen already, like obviously any Walker, or also this is my dear nephew from signed by Manchester. Can you imagine we're talking about that? Kills you.
Oh yeah, I was like, where's he going with this? I was like, okay. No, I remember. I think if we're going in that direction, I think that this is the best time for the Kumite to go nuts with invitations, because it's basically we have to treat it as a clean slate. Yes, you get the 2-time Capcom Cup champion, you get some of the strongest Japanese players, you get Red Bull athletes, you get wherever the Kumite is, that person defending home turf. You ticked all the boxes. Young Prodigy is another one. How about you get 1 or 2 people that you'd never expect to play Street Fighter, but they might be good at fighting games. I think this is their chance to go nuts to the invitees. Whether or not people like it or not, that doesn't really matter. I think this is the chance to really just go, look, we're going to put on a show here before we go back to what you mentioned before, Hurricane. It's like, let's get people based off results. Let's just go nuts because it's a clean slate and let's see how far it goes from there. But no, I like that. No, great talking to you both. Gentlemen, I think we are just about out of time. It's always great talking to you guys on and off the camera. We've got their social medias there on the screen, so please make sure you follow these two on their Twitter accounts, and they will be starting content at some point in the future, so just hit them up there. Jester Power, any last words before we let you go?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. Because just coming back to an earlier question, I think one of your questions earlier was, what's your plans on launch day?
Yes.
Like I said earlier, I need to set up the Twitch on the Xbox now, and there's a chance that I will be streaming, even though it's very saturated. But every little helps sometimes, and the 1-2 little viewers that might lock in, you might be in for a show, yeah. Because like I said, I'm looking at DJ, and if you want to tune in him, because too bad word. Yeah.
I'm gonna tune in, man.
I'm gonna have to keep it. I can't really go in it, but
not now anyway.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but your own stream is fine.
But I might just have to show them. Yeah, so I was in Jamaica not too long ago, by the way, earlier this year, man. Yeah, I had a wicked time out there with the wife.
Nice.
But yeah, in terms of I want to shout out my wife and my kids. I want to shout out, the Almighty as well for still being here, and being able to see Street Fighter 6. Tomorrow's not guaranteed for a lot of people. So yeah, man. It's not here yet, but it's coming soon, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, thankful for that. Thankful to still be able to play, to be honest, as well, man. I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? Knees are starting to crack. Yeah. Yeah, the fingers are still working though at the moment. But yeah, so I want to shout out my brother as well, obviously Joker Jokes. We've trained together a lot. He helped me a lot when I was playing, 5 and learning Vega. I want to shout out, the guys that I said again earlier, Sir Black, Drezzy, tag name not that good mate, but I call him Renze. Old friend that I worked with in House of Fraser, and he's coming out, getting into the scene a lot as well. My boy NNE Strikes, supporting me with the Xbox as well. And just want to shout out, yes, everyone, man. Cypher Paradox, if you're locked in as well. Yeah, coming into the scene as well. Just everyone, man.
Nice, enough love there. Hurricane, what about you? Anyone you like to shout out? Anyone? Any Kimberly players you want to call out? Talk to me. Wow. He's been doing it all night.
Don't worry. I'm not whining that much about Kimberly because Cammy is coming. So we're gonna get that gorilla mirror match anyway. So yeah. So basically, shout out to everyone. Yeah. Shout out to everyone watching the stream, because obviously some people have been in the stream not even understanding English, but we are all speaking the same language, which is fighting games. So yeah, shout out to everyone.
Okay, I like that. Respect there. All right, gentlemen, we are going to let you go because I know it is getting late for both these family men. Like we said, ladies and gentlemen, please follow these guys on their Twitter accounts, and they will be kickstarting their content creation campaign real soon. It's a dangerous world out there, but these guys, they're entertaining characters, and they're putting some good gameplay, and they are household names in the UK scene, so just support them. By supporting them, you support the UK scene. Enough love from these guys there. So yeah, Hurricane Jester will let you go, and we'll speak to you guys very, very soon.
All right, cool.
Nice one, guys.
No, do you know what? Another good show talking to these guys. Obviously, Jester said he forgot a lot of Ryu's things, but I know he's not like a Ryu player at heart, but it's good to have him on the show anyway, because we can always have good discussions with him about the game. But yeah, other than that, I think the vast majority of people... Oh, okay. Apparently, my voice of reason is just saying we got to keep it moving. But yeah, I did have 2 co-hosts, but apparently I might have said something or asked a question. They disappeared. Oh, they reappeared.
Oh,
okay.
Hey there.
Yo,
did you miss us?
Maybe they.
I felt lonely
something
for the whole of 5 seconds. Then you guys just came back to support me. Fantastic. All right, Veggie, did you enjoy tonight?
I enjoyed tonight a lot. I do hope that in the future we can have like some runbacks from these demo sets.
Yeah, I think we'll make a note.
It would be really cool to see someone like Hurricane and Just the Power after they've learned their main character. So that would be really good. Just had a great time. It was a really good talk. A lot of good opinions, back and forth. I very much enjoyed it, and I'm just looking forward to the launch of like the new generation of Street Fighter.
Okay. Ovaha, what about you? Did you enjoy tonight as well?
I enjoyed myself, but I'm kind of fading away here for some reason. But
are you doing the meme? Are you doing the like? Real,
I'm not feeling too good, Mr. Jammers. But anyways, I had a great time. Obviously, these 2 guys have been on the show before, and they're always like such a blast to talk to, and they have great insight on the game, and they're like just good sports about the game at this point. Obviously, the game isn't launched, so like they can't make you.
What's going on? Sorry.
Anyways, I had a good time anyway.
Okay, apparently there's been an issue, I think it's probably on my end, regarding our feed with these guys, but apparently we're going to fix it. But yeah, the voice of reason is doing something he shouldn't be doing while we're live streaming, so I'm going to definitely reprimand him later regarding that. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we might have to cut this short. So what we are going to do is Hopefully you guys have enjoyed tonight. Please follow the Twitter account. They've been uploading content there, and it's actually been very good feedback and positive feedback regarding that. So make sure you follow the official Street Fighter TikTok account. It is down there. I know you lot are on your phones. We are actually edging on to, no, we just got over 75k followers. Let's push on over to 80. You might not be on TikTok, but guess what? You get sent TikTok videos on your WhatsApp. Make a TikTok account, follow the Street Fighter account. These guys have been putting in the work. I know the team behind that as well. Now, the open beta has concluded, but that means there's 10 days until the official release. If you are still considering picking up this game, well, there is coming out on June 2nd. I heard, word on the street is, on June 2nd, there are 10 extra characters you can play in this game. That is wild. 10, not 8. 10 characters you can play, an extra 10. Pre-order now, you can do so, but if you've got a next-gen system, Xbox Series X or S, PS4 or PS5, or heck, if you're on a PC like most of us are these days, and hey, consider dropping some money on the pre-order. There's 3 different versions of the game. The standard version, which is just the full game by itself. The deluxe edition, which is the full game and the character pass. If you are serious about competing, this is the version to get. That is my recommendation as a commentator. If you are serious, get this version. We're in times where it's pay to win. You pay the money, you stay ahead, or you keep up with the pack. The deluxe edition is the middle ground, and it's a highly recommended one. But if you have spare bucks over, maybe you don't want to donate to your favorite streamer and you want to put it towards the ultimate edition of Street Fighter, you can do that. The Year 1 Ultimate Pass, I think there have been some details on that, but I don't think all the details have been put out. But yeah, if you just want everything regarding the game and you got a little bit of extra cash hanging around, then go on over and pre-order the Street Fighter 6 Ultimate Edition there. Don't forget as well, there's a personality quiz. We've been talking about it. I want to highlight it again. There's a personality quiz. If you've got the personality of a shoebox, or you don't know what character to play, go into this fighter and control type personality quiz. It could tell you a lot about yourself, or it could be lying to you about what character you might play. You might be interested in JP, and it said, hold on, you are a Dowson player at heart. Don't lie to yourself. I thought I was going to be interested in Manon, but the quiz told me I'm a Cammy player. I must be a Cammy player at heart. That is painful. That's very... No, it's not painful. Cammy's a cool character. At least to me. At least in this one anyway, because I got to play it for like 90 minutes. But yes, please, give this a go. It's a little bit of fun. Share it on social media. Have a laugh with your friends as well. Do not forget, one last thing. We're talking about the Red Bull Kumite. Here is the official lineup so far. 8 players are announced, and there's still 7 players to announce as well. Tokido, Mena RD, 2-time Capcom Cup champion for Street Fighter 5. Justin Wong, he's had an artwork edit. I love that. Jabi M, defending home turf. Mr. Crimson, one of the best, if not the best in France. He should be on his way to Japan right now for Topanga World Championships for Street Fighter 5. Idom, the postman, one of North America, if not North America's best player, because he's Capcom Cup champion from 2019 for Street Fighter 5. NL, strongest player in Korea, and one of the most efficient out there. And Red Bull athlete Gachikun as well. There are still more players to be announced. I wonder who they are. Stay tuned. Make sure you follow Red Bull Gaming account on Twitter to get all the details there. But yeah, make sure you follow us on our Twitter accounts as well. You can see all our handles down here below. Make sure you follow at Capcom Files on Twitter. All the information, as well as subscribe to the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel to have all content. Remember, as soon as June 2nd hits, things are going to be hitting the ground running. Online tournaments, CPT, we'll probably get more information on that. Things are going to be working around the clock, and you're probably going to go back to being gamers again. Late night sessions and arriving late to work. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to love you and leave you tonight. But one more important fact. We are not on next week, and I believe we're not on the week after that. So we may be taking a 2-week break, because I believe the community manager has actually a lot of work to do, because next week will be the official release of the game. And then the week after that, I've suggested we give people time with the game to actually learn and flesh out a couple of things before we invite people on the show. So we should be taking up to 2 weeks break. But when we come back, we'll have the full game. And we're going to be putting on some shows and bringing on some people to have more discussions from around the world. So until then, love you and leave you. Play the demo. Keep studying. I want that forensics team on site telling me about this game. When we come back,
zoom and enhance.
I want us all to be enjoying some Street Fighter 6. So until then, take care and keep enjoying some Street Fighter.
Modern Honda.
Yeah, hate that I do this, never fear losing. And when I get up in the game, y'all be improving. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. Or dunks inside, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go.
I put that time in, my pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I'm past that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back, now break away. I'm about to bring it on.
I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. I'ma go all of the round. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. See the time, see the sights, see the sights, see the sights, yeah.
Hop out and I'm scheming, ride around and I'm dreaming. Once I get the feeling, nobody can stop me. Hit it, I'm on gold, fending all you foes. Once I'm on the road, I'm knocking out of the door. I got the range, if you wanna come and stand up to me, pull up on me now. If you wanna challenge, tell me rookie, run up on me now. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back.
I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. I'ma go all of the round. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. To the top, see the sights, see the sights, see the sights, yeah. Yeah, hate that I do this, never fear losing. And when I get up in the game, y'all be improving. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. Or dunks inside, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go.
I put that time in, my pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I'm past that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back, now break away. I'm about to bring it on.
I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. I'ma go all of the round. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. See the time, see the sights, see the sights, see the sights, yeah.
Hop out and I'm scheming, ride around and I'm dreaming. Once I get the feeling, nobody can stop me. Hit it, I'm on gold, fending all you foes. Once I'm on the road, I'm knocking out of the door. I got the range, if you wanna come and stand up to me, pull up on me now. If you wanna challenge, tell me rookie, run up on me now. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back.
I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go Yeah, ain't there I do this, never feel loose. And when I get up in the game, yeah, I'm here improved. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. All dunks aside, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go.
I put that time in, my pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I'm past that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back, now break away. I'm about to bring it on.
I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. I'ma go all of the round. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. To the top, see the sights, see the sights, see the sights, yeah.
Hop out and I'm scheming, ride around and I'm dreaming. Once I get the feeling, nobody can stop me. Hit it, I'm on goal, fending all you foes. Once I'm on the road, I'm knocking out of the door. I got the range, if you wanna come and stand up to me, pull up on me now. If you wanna challenge, tell me rookie, run up on me now. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back. I'm on the road to the top and I'm not looking back.
I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. I'ma go all of the round. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. To the top, see the sights, see the sights.